we talk about your new show?
Please.
OK.
Because I'm terrible. I come in here to do PR and I always forget what I'm here to talk about.
We'll get you through it.
We will.
Yes.
Yes.
Hedgehogs, are they moody or just reclusive?
Where did hedgehogs even come from?
I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll get onto your ADHD as well, by the way.
The musical.
Which isn't...
For sure.
Which isn't
It's
helping.
a new song every night.
Johnny is doing a brand new show. It's called Johnny Vegas Little Shop of Antiques. Take a look.
I've never sold before and I've never opened a shop before.
Johnny Vegas is living out his dream
This is just fun.
and going into the antiques trade
Vintage Vegas is opening for business. It's a good price.
with his unique taste.
I put my ashes in this. It's gorgeous. How much for the puppet? This sets you apart.
And his glamorous assistant, Bev.
What is that?
Can he turn his lifelong passion
I'm just grappling with a fairy under the table.
into a bona fide business?
Get to the hockey. Do the deal. Get it!
But the question is, will the venture turn him a profit? Johnny's here to tell us more. We've watched the show.
Yeah.
I've watched the first 3 episodes. It's so wonderful and charming. It feels like, Johnny, you're
Thank
in
you.
your element. You're absolutely in
I
your element.
am. I am in the fact that I've collected all my life.
Yeah.
But I'm out of my comfort zone because I've only ever collected to keep. So I've swapped and I've dealt.
Right.
But this was, can I buy and turn over and keep a shop running?
Yes.
From
Like a proper business.
from my taste,
Yeah.
which I know is eclectic. I totally get it.
Well, the thing is...
the family don't visit no more.
I was about to say there's a thin line between collector and hoarder. Where are you in the mix of stuff?
I totally acknowledge that. I am hoarder. I have lockups.
What,
That's my personal place. You know where you go, you're not junk. You just weigh a lot and I can't lift you and you're worth nothing.
But isn't it like a
And then I realise it's a mirror. No, and then I like outside of art.
Yeah.
I like objects. I
Yes.
sculpt, but I collect.
Yeah.
And I get inspiration
But you've
from
never-
pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And my house, I say, is almost like a diary that I never wrote. So every item in my house is,
Yeah.
I know where I've been. I've got a shocking memory. I can't stay focused, but I can look at something and go, I bought that. I remember the dealer. I remember the time. I remember the price. I know what it's worth.
It comes
And
from the memory.
I keep begging my son, do not sell this at a car boot sale. It's worth more than it looks like.
And do you ever go looking for something specific, or do you just potter about and go, oh, I like that, or I love that? Or...
I have been known to climb in skips. And nobody has blinked an eyelid.
It's your natural
I'm the only
habitat.
person that comes up out of a skip and they go, thought as much. But on this, that was the big difference, was going out going, will my taste be other people's taste?
Yes. Can you sell it?
Can
you
I
for
sell
a
it?
profit
Can
as
I
well?
make a profit? And I'd barefoot everyone around me kind of going, what are you doing? I nearly bought a microlight.
An actual microlight?
It would never have lifted me.
Did it need to?
Well, I hate parking. I said earlier, I'd much rather land on the supermarket roof.
But the two of you and Bev driving around in the kumquat, I mean, that van...
That was a bone of contention. I said, get something so we can blend in.
Subtle.
Bev turns up with something that looks like we've won the pools.
It's like
It looks like we've got more money than sense.
driving in a high
It's
vis.
bright green, it's gorgeous. If you're going to camp or go to a festival, great. But when you turn up and there's 492 white vans that are scuffed, and we pull up and go, da, 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 da. We'd like to buy something cheap.
You did.
But it's been, honestly, buying, selling,
Yeah.
I've enjoyed selling.
Have you?
I'd really enjoyed...
That's the bit you'd never done before, the selling.
And isn't there pressure to that as well?
There's no pressure. I think every collector, over time, and it's... The really important thing with this was, I didn't do it for telly. I've done it all my life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was,
you're
it was
passionate about
other people
could
coming
tell-
in the
you can
house
tell.
and saying, wow, you've got some eclectic stuff in here. And you go, actually, there's a joy that I'd never known, which is passing it on.
Yeah.
And when I walk past stuff and I say my house is my visual diary, they're going to walk in the room, and every time they're going to walk in, they're going to remember that piece and where they got it and why.
Well, there's an interesting bit on the show as well where it's an advertisement for a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
And didn't the lady... there was a lady
It was a mum's brand. I know it's not on trend, but she went, I want to, you know what I mean? It's my mum. It'll remind me of my mum. And it was what we call flanged and double-sided.
Was it flanged and double-sided?
Flanged and double-sided.
Wow, you've got all the lingo.
That's why I couldn't let it go for less than... And she went off and had lunch and came back, and she was still trying to undercut it to the point of going, I can do it for this, and I do love a deal. And I love dealers, all the dealers out there who were so good to me and generous with the knowledge and the time and did the price where they go,
patience.
I need to make on it, but you need to make on it.
Yeah.
But she came back and she went, I've got to have it. And you go, I'm so glad it's going with you.
Yeah.
I'm really glad it's going on with you.
Yeah.
And they're the moments where you go,
really sweet.
Oh, God, I've been so mean all my life. It's really nice to share.
But the one thing you can't share is Thirsty Bear.
I couldn't sell this.
Now
What is... I don't know what
Oh,
this
you've
is.
not seen this yet?
No.
This is an absolute gem. Watching you find this...
I went to a toy auction and had a little preview, a pre-walk round. I saw this toy and I thought, which child on Christmas morning? Because if only they made a toy that represented my angry stepdad. It's just the packaging alone. I know they meant well.
It is so disturbing, isn't it?
The Thirsty Bear. Everyone who sees this is mildly horrified.
Yes.
And then they fall in love with it.
He'd be friends with an angry clown. Thirsty
He would,
Bear
wouldn't he?
would be friends
No,
with
he'd have chased him out. He'd have chucked his lemonade at him.
You haven't seen what Thirsty Bear does yet, though, Kat.
Chevy. Thirsty Bear, somehow, in the manufacturing process, has developed DTs.
What? Show me.
This is just joy for you, isn't it, John?
Hello, Thirsty Bear. Did you just put on the first thing you found this morning? Yes, it's it. I've got to get ready for the school run. All right, Thirsty Bear. Are you going to have some of your magic lemonade? Oh, yes, son. I will. I'll just have a little. Right, come on. But no, he's great.
No,
and
he'll do it.
You can't overwind him. You ready?
Yeah, ready.
Oh, I'll just have a little nip just before I go into the office. You know, something to get me tail spinning.
The tail spinning.
His eyes are gone. His eyes are just look. He looks like a Vietnam vet who's doing panto.
No,
I'll just have a little, just one more little. Dad, I'm walking to school. Are you sure? I'm nearly ready.
By the way, you were offered a lot of money for Thirsty Bear.
I bought Thirsty Bear with a lazy Labrador.
Yes, you did get the
So
lazy
the same game designer, the toy designer, came up with that. Came up with a Labrador that has a walking stick. but for no explanatory reason. So there's him and the dog next to him going... If you open that at Christmas, you just go, my life isn't going to go to plan.
Maybe we could come up with more of these.
Thirsty bird. He's just
He's got a theme
thirsty.
tune.
And when Thirsty Bird's had enough lemonade and he falls asleep, one day he'll fly off to heaven. Thirsty Bird, have you sold another kidney? Well, I had to...
You can watch Johnny Vegas's Little Shop of Antiques tonight, 9 o'clock on
It's
the
a
Quest.
serious show. I am a collector, I do, but this, no money could buy this.
No.
I want people to open my coffin.
There he'll be.
See me with Thirsty Bird.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning. Our next guest certainly knows how to put on a show.
Yeah, when he's not brightening up the Strictly Ballroom, you can usually find Johannes Willoughby tangoing across the UK on tour.
But now he's ready to strut some very kinky boots as he stomps into the West End. I mean, take a look at those nails. I mean, this says, I am ready to go.
It says I am fully committed. Kat, I can't tell you. It has just been absolutely incredible.
I mean, you must be so excited about it.
I was just saying to you there before the break that, you know, I'm from a township, you know. So for the fact that I get to go to the iconic theatre in London and headline a show, I don't know how I'm feeling this morning. I'm buzzing. I really am.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, I think you made your debut in January.
I did.
It's an extraordinary role. For anybody who happens to have missed Kinky Boots and what it's all about, just explain a little bit about your role and the show itself.
The show itself. You know, it's an obscure story with a big universal appeal, and I think the messaging is that accept people for who they are.
Yeah.
Isn't that the message that we need right now in the
Right,
world,
yeah.
right?
100%.
So I can't tell you, to see how the show is being received by all ages fills me with joy. When I tell you that Harvey and Cyndi Lauper,
Because she wrote the music.
she wrote the
Yeah.
music. So
Yeah.
how can you go wrong? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it explores the relationships between sons and their fathers, the disappointments, the regrets, and the expectations, really, you know. But through that story, so many people are liberated. I have to say, playing the role of Lola, it's given me confidence, of which I never knew that I still needed to tap into. Wow. I mean, can you imagine showing up in Ipswich with these nails? That is what Lola has forced me to do. Do you know what I mean? And she is a potpourri of contradiction. I do believe that, you know, she is the matriarch of the story. She does bring it all around, but they end up saving a factory, which is.
So it's a shoemaking factory,
shoemaking factory,
and the son takes over, and he works out that actually he needs to do something different.
Absolutely, find a niche market in order for.
And he finds Lola.
And he finds Lola, and
her
they
pink
go on
boots.
this venture together, and they make kinky boots.
Aw.
It's beautiful.
And talking of doing something different, I mean, for you, the singing was very different, wasn't it? You had to really commit. You like did vocal coaching.
I did, Kat, because I didn't want to be another celebrity casting. These boots are very big to fill. Billy Porter, Matt Henry. I mean, I had to come prepared. And that's what I did. I just wanted to honor the role, you know, and just pay respect to what it is. And my mom told me that I sounded like a sheep for a very long time. So it was a thing of having to gain confidence, you know what I mean? And my singing teacher did that for me. And I fell in love with the process of it all.
Yeah.
I love musical theatre. I don't know why hasn't anybody... Well, I don't know why it's so late, but I'm glad that I'm here.
Has your mum heard you sing since? Has she reappraised the singing standard?
Well, listen, she takes her words back, I tell you. She came to see me in Wales, and she sat down and heard me do that rendition of Not My Father's Son. I mean, given my relationship with my father and what we've been through, it was just so nice to be able to chat to Mum about it all. And she just said, it brings so much light. You are different, and it's lovely to hear that from my mum.
Yeah.
For
sure. She must be so proud of you.
She really is, Kat. She really is. I mean, this morning she hasn't stopped phoning me. I said, stop.
Mum, you must stop.
But wasn't she the most proud when you went to King Charles's banquet?
This is the thing. I've done so many incredible things in my life.
So many.
So many.
Yeah.
But my mom only remembers one, and she tells the world about it. And that was meeting the king and my president in Buckingham Palace. I think, like I said, it just baffles me that I'm headlining a show in the West End. All she could ever still talk about is meeting the king.
Amazing. Well, look, there is something that everyone will be talking about, Johannes, because you've been very busy. You've been off touring. You're going to hit the West End. Strictly is coming back soon, though. Please reassure us that you're going to be in the lineup. You're definitely going to be part of it.
They're going to have to drag me off that show with my sequence. I am not going anywhere. Then how my life would be dull. That is a sparkling world that I live in, and I can't tell you what a privilege it is to be a part of it every single year, to be called back.
And also some of the relationships you develop as well. I think that's what's always so special, and you are amazing at that. Like with Annabelle, it was gorgeous.
Listen, I've been blessed with incredible partners throughout the years, and it's true. You ask anything of my partners about me, they will tell you the truth. They know who I am. And that is why I love the show, because of what it does, the community it builds, and the reach it has. You know, I sometimes look back and I'm like, I can't believe I call this a job, honestly.
And look, we talked to you and interviewed you for your book, which is so incredible.
Yeah.
The book is being turned into a film.
Ben.
I love the way he says it.
Listen, that has also been a dream come true. Thank goodness BBC Film has just jumped on board and they're going to be the co-producers for the movie. So it means that we are about to sit on the table and have a go at it. So I can't tell you because it just simply says, I get to say thank you to my people and my people get to see their lives reflected back to them because the book is not about me. It's about the community that has supported and nurtured Johannes to where he is now.
And the casting. I mean, when you get to the casting, little Johannes and then big Johannes.
I know. Somebody said, are you going to play yourself? I said, I don't know about that. But there's so many Jojos running around in the streets of Zamdela, in Sasolburg, in South Africa. We will find somebody.
Yeah.
And transform their life too.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you, Johannes. Thank you for popping in.
It's a pleasure.
And congratulations on the role as well.
I appreciate that very much.
Can't wait to see it.
Kinky Boots, the musical, will return to the West End next March. The tickets go on sale on Tuesday, the 15th of July. You will love it and you will love Johannes in it as well.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning. If you're after a great book to accompany you on your sun lounger, look no further than an author responsible for a global bestseller loved by millions across the world.
Yeah, David Nichols' book One Day broke hearts around the world, including those of Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian, and of course led to its own hit Netflix TV adaptation.
His latest novel, You Are Here, is now out in paperback, and it's the perfect size to fit into your luggage carry-on. David's here now to tell us all about it, and I've already been very honest with you this morning, David. I haven't read this book yet because in 2 weeks' time I'm on holiday, and you only get to read a book first once.
So you're saving it up.
So I'm saving it
Great.
because I'm really looking forward to it. Tell me a little bit about it, but don't give it away.
Okay.
I want to enjoy it with my glass of rosé.
Okay, well, it's a comedy. It's a big, funny, sad, romantic comedy about two lonely people, Michael and Marnie, who go away on a weekend, a hiking weekend with friends in the Lake District. And as the weekend goes on, everyone falls away except for Michael and Marnie. Michael is intending to walk the coast to coast, which is this extraordinary 200-mile hike across the north of England, from Cumbria all the way to the coast of Yorkshire. And a relationship starts to form between them, and Marnie tags along. And every day of the walk, every day of the hike, is a different stage of their relationship, from indifference to irritation to flirtation to finally opening up to each other. So it's a love story where each stage of the relationship is a stage of the map.
And so who are Michael and Marnie?
Michael is a geography teacher, and he loves being outside and loves this landscape and is very knowledgeable and can be quite boring about it. Marnie,
He's a geography teacher.
He is, yeah. Marnie is very different. Marnie is a copy editor, lives alone in London, has had a terrible divorce, never wants to be in a relationship ever again. And it's a kind of classic odd couple comedy. You know, to begin with, they don't really get on, and gradually, as they open up to each other, a bond starts to form between them. Marnie really doesn't want to be there. She hates the mud, she hates the rain, she hates the distances. And that's where a lot of the comedy comes from.
And it was set just after lockdown, so suddenly everybody's allowed to go out and explore the world again. And
yeah, I think the inspiration for the book came from that sense of isolation and loneliness that even if we were with our families, that many people felt. You know, it suddenly became very awkward and difficult and unnerving to meet people and talk. And I wanted to write a book that felt like stepping out into the spring air and learning to communicate with people. So it's a book, it's full of conversation. It's a book about getting to know someone through conversation and communication. A lot of it, I hope, very funny.
And physical endeavour as well. I mean, that's a decent walk.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I did it for the book.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. And it was...
How long did it take you?
It took me 10 days. Usually it takes about 2 weeks, so you can do it in 7 days if you're really quick. Yeah. A lot of rain, a lot of climbing, beautiful landscape. Sometimes sections that were a bit dull. But what was great about writing this book, why I loved writing this book so much, was this ability to improvise in the location, to think, what would Michael and Marnie do by the shores of this lake, at the top of this mountain, in this muddy field. And so the walk really, really helped writing the book.
I think that's always what you do so well, is you take the two characters and it's almost like you inhabit the skin of them so much as the writer that it feels like it's a conversation that you almost don't even have to think about in a weird way. I know that sounds strange, but it feels really comfortable.
I mean, I hope so. I love writing dialogue, and I spend a lot of time working out who the characters are before I start writing the book, and I really, really love these two characters. I was also writing it in the shadow of One Day. We were working on the One Day show, and I wanted to write about the next stage in life.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in your 30s, your 40s, things haven't maybe worked out the way you expected.
Yeah.
And to explore that with as much comedy and emotion as I did in One Day.
Yeah.
The epic success of One Day, David, I imagine still sort of excites you as the writer and creator. Do you remember that moment when you thought, I've written something that's a little bit special here?
Well, I mean, it was really thrilling when the emotional responses started to come in. You know, people writing me little messages about how emotional they'd found the book. For a large part of the book, it's very much a romantic comedy. I did want to write, you know, light and shade. But starting to see it appear on the tube, that's a big thing. It's a big thrill for a writer to see someone reading your physical book. It's really exciting, and it's still exciting.
Did you ever go up to them and say... Did you ever say... I'm really interested. Is it worth it?
The worst thing is if you see someone yawning or throwing it across the carriage. But no, people were very lovely about that book, and I'm very proud of it. I started writing it nearly 18 years ago now.
Wow.
But the show was a wonderful experience, and it's great that it's still out there.
Yeah, we had Leo on here and we were talking about it. And you actually worked on the show as well.
I didn't want to write the scripts because I felt like it needed a fresh pair of eyes.
Right.
So a wonderful writer called Nicole Taylor did most of the writing. They let me write one episode, the penultimate episode, which was a real thrill, especially writing for Leo and Ambika, because I absolutely adored them. It was great working with a group of people who are one, or in their case, 2 generations younger, and seeing that story through fresh eyes. So it was a very, very happy experience. I worked only as an executive producer, but I loved it.
Just only as an exec. They did offer you a role as well, though, David. You turned down the chance to be in it.
I used to be an actor, and every scene I was in, I would ruin it. I mean, they'd spend hours in the cutting room just chopping it around, trying to work out how to make it work. In fact, if you watch the film of One Day, there's a bit where you see someone walking very nervously down a staircase just over Anne Hathaway's shoulder, and that's me. So whenever I've gone on screen, I've destroyed the footage. So I thought I would step away this time.
You know what? It's about knowing your own limitations, isn't it?
It is. I always get the same note, do less, do less.
Do you think this might be made into a TV series or a film, maybe?
There's been some conversations about it. I mean, it's a big love story. It's funny, it's sad. There's lots of great dialogue. They're great characters. But it's difficult as well. You know, it's hard to get things away. You have to film in the wind and the rain and on location. But maybe. It's early days.
Is there anything else in the pipeline as well at the moment? Is there any crossover you're writing?
No, it's so interesting. When you write a book, you think, well, that's done. And then there's this wonderful process of talking about it. I'm just doing a tour for this book, and that goes on for some time. And I'm still very much in the world of You Are Here, but I'm also working on a couple of scripts that I can't talk about, but I really love as well.
Oh.
So scripts next.
Scripts next. Straight
Exciting. I can't wait to go on holiday now.
David, thank you for coming in and talking all about it. It's out now, isn't it, as paperback?
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it.
Hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning. Oh,
so cool.
We loved it.
So cool.
John, thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, thanks so much. We got a great movie. We're really happy to share it with the world. It is actually out today, so I'm very, very happy. You're one of our final stops on a global extravaganza.
A whistle-stop tour. But it just looks like you had a blast making this film.
We did. And honestly, I was actually able to pass Dan on his way out. I want to thank you first for giving him a platform to share such honesty and vulnerability. And he said something so profound. With the right support system, you can turn trauma into triumph. And that really struck a chord with me because you guys give a forum for such powerful stories. And even in the darkest times, someone is talking about triumph. And through my experience alone, escapism helps to build those branches of support and ability to be vulnerable. And this Heads of State is such a fun romp where whatever baggage you are holding on to, or I call it lightening your backpack, you can walk in and for an hour and 45 minutes, you can just have a fun ride with Idris Elba, Priyanka Chopra, and myself.
I mean, it is. It's so good. And not only that, but you get to play the leader of the free world? I mean, like, of all parts you could pick.
I just want to make it clear that I am playing the role of the President of the United States, yes.
That's quite a role to take on, though.
I would much rather play the role of the President of the United States than be the President of the United States. So I'm happy in my lane, yes.
It seems like at times the current president is playing the role of the president as well. I mean, that's quite a role he's playing.
I allow everybody to have their own perspective of that, and I'm just really excited for our movie, and that's my way of weaving around that. Absolutely.
That was presidential.
That was
the
presidential.
way you answered that
was
question
very political.
was very presidential. What's so nice about it, though, is the connection and the chemistry between you and Idris, I think.
You know, we're longtime friends. We're co-workers. We worked in a movie called The Suicide Squad a long time ago.
Yeah.
And one of the producers was like, man, we really need to get you two with a vehicle to continue this chemistry.
Yeah.
And that's often said and never really executed in the business. And our producer, Peter Safran, is one of those guys who can get it done.
He made it happen.
And we have heads of state. So I got to come to Idris's hometown in London. We got to film in Liverpool and London. We filmed in the south of France. We filmed in Trieste. We were kind of all over the place. We had a lot of fun, and we got a great movie to show for it.
So you've got the Prime Minister and you've got the President.
Yeah.
They're not actually particularly good friends at the start of the film, though, are they? There's sort of a disagreement in terms of how your character's become President and all the hard work that Idris's character has done to become Prime Minister.
And I think that's what's great about the film. The film is called Heads of State, and the underlying is the President of the United States, the UK Prime Minister. The film's really a buddy comedy. It really is. It reminds me a lot of a movie I loved as a young person called Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yes.
And we're just two people with opposing personalities really have to work together to get to a certain destination, and there's stakes involved. This, to me, is a buddy comedy. It has such grand scope. Air Force One's in there, the presidential limousine's in there. We have great backdrops. But to me, it's a funny buddy comedy.
Yeah, because some of the stunts are just brilliant in it. I mean, the scene with Air Force One where you're on the plane and it all goes downhill very quickly and then you're out of the aeroplane. But some of the stunts and the fight scenes are really powerful.
Well, I mean, we got a great director. Ilya, our director, is known for his stylistic action. If you've seen any of his other work, he really brings it in this because Prime Video was nice enough to give him a nice budget to push the limits.
It looks like it.
We built a replica fuselage of Air Force One in 3 different chunks. One that would rotate 360 degrees. We called it the washing machine because we were in there tumbling like the morning wash. But honestly, it was fun to be a part of something with a scope so big.
Yeah.
And like I said, at the heart of the story, there's two people just trying to, I guess, have greater appreciation for each other.
Yeah.
There's a fair bit of fighting in it as well. I mean, your background, of course, as a wrestler, is you've been very physical all your life, and that's been your experience. How was Idris in the fight scenes? Was he up to scratch?
Idris can fight. I stayed in my lane as a 17-time champion. That means I've lost it 16 times. So I pretty much get my butt kicked the whole movie. He kind of holds his own, but the real hero is Priyanka.
Yeah.
Oh, she's super cool.
Noelle.
But in the whole movie, yeah.
Yeah, she's super cool. There's also been reports about how you improvise some scenes as well. You do a little bit of improvisation.
I think you talked about the chemistry between two people. I think as a writer, and only a little bit of improvisation, a lot of that was just the nuance that Idris and I have as coworkers and friends. And that's the kind of magic you want to pick up that you can't really put on the page. But all of it, hats off to our writers. They wrote us a really good script.
And when you talk about magic, I mean, there's nothing more magic than fish and chips.
No.
I mean, that's a little plate of magic.
There's a lovely theme at the start of the film because, of course, Idris's Prime Minister took your opponent for fish and chips.
Yes.
And he's very upset about this, the President.
My character has never been able to let it go.
No.
And amazingly enough, through all we go through in the movie, there's a through line about the fish and chips.
Did you enjoy said fish and chips? Did you like them with the vinegar even?
So much that right before our premiere last night, we had about 90 minutes, and myself and my two friends, all from America, we sat down, we ordered fish and chips, we had a pint, and that got us ready for a world premiere.
But with vinegar or with ketchup?
I did vinegar and a little bit of dunking of the tartar sauce. I don't know if that's a faux pas.
Yes.
No. I had a pea puree on the side. Is that okay too?
Yeah. Mushy peas.
There was no ketchup involved.
You've gone for a posh fish and chips if it's pea puree. Mushy peas.
Mushy peas. Okay, all right.
Get the lingo. The mushy peas.
But there was no ketchup.
No ketchup involved.
You did it right.
We tried to lean in as much as we could.
You did it right.
We understand that you're a big fan of the full English as well now. You've got into the breakfast.
Oh, my goodness, of course I am. All savory. In America, we tend to lean on the sweet.
Yeah,
it's still very filling, but it's very sweet. boy, do I love a savory breakfast. I've been a fan of the English breakfast for a long time. You got to remember, with WWE, I've been coming over here 25 years.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And you're in the middle at the moment of a WWE farewell
I'm
tour.
gonna
Is
retire.
that it now?
This is it for me. I'm done in December.
Are you sure, or are you
for
going to be
real,
like
real.
Elton John and just keep going back out?
Another
So
Yeah, all the Rolling Stones.
I can understand the entertainment industry may have set an ambiguous standard about what retirement is. I'm 48 years old, and I made a promise when I started getting success in WWE way back around 2004. I promised the audience when I felt I lost a step, it was time to step away. The company has so many stars, they're in great hands. The industry's allowed me to perform in front of crowds, like the crazy crowds in the O2 for 25 years. I just wanted to do something different. No WWE superstars ever really retired, so this is for sure the end for me. My last match is in the middle of December.
And how will you feel when you do your last match?
Gosh, honestly, I feel great. I think I'll be able to tell you how I felt when it's January and it's all done.
Yes.
But gosh, I'm looking forward to the next appearance and the next one. We got 15 dates left. I had 36 for the whole year, so we're over halfway there. And the audience has been great. We've been making some compelling TV. I'm really excited to see how it ends.
Amazing. Thank you so much for popping by.
Yeah,
You
we
guys are
really
always a
enjoyed the
pleasure.
movie.
Thank you so much
It
for
was
having me. I really
really
appreciate
fun.
We
real
were in the
fun.
break, and John came in and met Dan and Adrian, our
Yeah.
previous guests, and it was one of those really special moments, like as you said,
Yes.
to be able to share a moment with
Yeah.
with them and their story and what they've
No,
been
I just
through.
appreciate someone being able in a public forum to be so honest and vulnerable about something that's traumatic and turn trauma into triumph. Man, I dig those stories, and thank you guys for providing that platform.
Oh, thank you.
It's been great to have you in.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
absolutely. And Heads of State is out now on Prime Video. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning. Now she's already braved the jungle, taken TikTok by storm and topped the podcast charts. But GK Barry has plenty more planned for this summer.
She's hitting the road with her hit show Saving Grace, making a Radio 1 debut and starring in ITV's new show Celebrity Sabotage.
After fitting us into a busy schedule, Grace is joining us now. Morning.
Thank you. I can't believe you used that clip of me crying.
That clip,
Yeah.
That clip though, is just such a moment in time, Grace. Honestly,
First thing I saw when
Really?
I came out, I thought, right, right, it's brilliant.
Did you enjoy any of the experience at all? Or would you ever do it again?
I'd never do it again. But I loved having a sleep next to a waterfall. I loved people having been forced to talk to me and they can't leave, like Colleen Rooney doing my hair. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Everything else,
No.
I could probably do without. Yeah, definitely.
The one thing we couldn't do without is that delicious, delightful, twinkly relationship between you and the Rev.
I love that man. I love him. I will forcefully text him quite a lot. And he doesn't know how to do emojis.
No.
On his phone, he's like, don't understand the faces. And I'm like, OK, fine. We were meant to go to the races together. Ascot, I think he won loads of money this
Did he?
time as well.
Did
So
he?
I'm fuming I actually didn't go with him. But yeah, we do still keep in contact.
But if you look at it on paper, it's a relationship that shouldn't work.
I saw his name in the leaked lineup and I thought, probably won't speak to him much. Like, I don't really know what we're going to talk about. And then he came in and I thought, right, OK, we've got a lot to talk about.
You're my cup of tea.
Yeah, he was absolutely my cup of tea.
And wait a minute, he's lived a life. I mean, he's lived 1,000 lives as well.
Honestly.
The Reverend.
Some of the stories, thank God they didn't air them, but I thought, I can't believe you're religious now. Like, I can't believe your life
The only
has
way you can
changed.
be saved.
It's very true. It's very true.
Am I right in saying that your tour
Mm-hmm.
that you're about to go on is sort of inspired a little bit by your experience in the jungle?
Yes, it's called Jungle Fever, but I thought I've got a bigger audience now, like a little bit of an older audience from I'm a Celeb. So I thought this next tour, I'm going to incorporate it for the mums, the girls, the gays, the occasional boyfriend that's brought along. And I just want it to be like a hen do gone mad, Bush Tucker trials, loads of audience participation, celeb guests. Like, I want it to be the best night of people's lives, minus their wedding day.
It's amazing,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Minus the wedding day? I mean, you know.
I mean, to be fair, I've seen some pretty awful wedding days, so I think it might top it, yeah.
We could have done with the Bush Tucker trial at ours. So are you going to have foodie type challenges for
Well,
some
I'm
of the
thinking
audience?
making it like alcoholic Bush Tucker trials.
Yes.
I don't really know where I'd get testicles from. So I'm thinking maybe...
The Reverend might be able to help you there.
He might, yeah,
you know
you're
what I mean?
right.
He's connected, that man.
He is, I know he is. So I think maybe I'll just make it like an alcohol vibe. But, yeah, I think it should be so much fun.
Can't wait to go on the road.
I've been on a few, but this one is bigger and better.
Oh, and what is going to be really good fun as well, Radio 1.
I know. They've trusted me with it.
Did you pinch yourself? Like when the phone call came through, were you just like...
I thought it was a joke. I was like, oh, you actually do want me for this? Brilliant, because I love Radio 1. I've been told I've got a face for radio, but I thought this...
By the way, radio's not just radio anymore. There's lots of cameras up. Yes.
Yeah. It's a stitch, but, like, I think it's going to be so much fun, and they're giving me the power to play my own songs.
What's going to be on there, then? Give us a bit of a rundown of your playlist.
Bit of Britney.
Ooh.
Yes.
Bit of house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe a bit of Jedward.
Jedward?
Yeah, I think.
Jedward?
I want to bring them back.
You're bringing the boys back?
Yes, yeah, the boys back in town.
Have they always been a fave of yours?
Yeah, when I was at school, I used to be obsessed with them. I had, like, an I Love Jedward bag, which didn't help the bullying. But, yeah, I used to absolutely love them, yeah.
You also foresaw your career as a broadcaster. You used to sort of make your dad sit down and record TV shows for him?
Yeah, gun to head, I'd say, sit down right now and you're going to film me, and I would be, like, interviewing him, pretending to do my own show.
How old were you?
Honestly, like 7 or 8. I was probably old enough to not be doing that.
Have you seen any of those clips?
Do you know what? No, but I know they're on a computer. Like, I know that they exist.
They are. They do exist because we've got some.
Brilliant.
And we're going to show them now.
Yeah,
OK,
great.
so this is G.K. Barry's first foray into the world of broadcasting. So we're thinking about 6 or 7?
Yeah.
She's about 6 or 7 years old. Let's see how good she is.
When you're ready.
All right. Go.
Hello, my name's Grace.
I'm so embarrassed.
If you're wondering why I'm interrupting your new show, when you go to sleep tonight, make sure you've got a hot water bottle.
Why am I so posh?
You're really
so
posh.
Cute. No, the teeth on that were insane.
Hold on. So is this all... So that's the real you? This is all...
I don't know who this... Yeah, I think... I don't know why I was so posh.
That was so
That was insane.
cute.
I sounded like the Queen.
What did you want to host when you were that age?
I, from day one, wanted to be Alan Carr, Chatty Man.
Did
that
you?
Was, yeah, 100%.
Which, by the way, you're not far off.
Which is what the podcast allows you to be, right?
Yeah.
The podcast is, of course, is you interviewing great guests and having a brilliant laugh.
Yeah, it's like the best job ever. And again, they're forced to talk to me, so it's absolutely great. I can drink on the job.
You've been doing another great show as well, Celebrity Sabotage.
Yeah, it is one of the most insane shows I think people are going to watch. Like, it's pure chaos. We're tricking members of the public to win the money. We're making them cry. We're making them laugh occasionally. I've dressed up as a bush for the past month for this show. Twigs everywhere.
A bush?
Yeah.
Why?
Got to be camo. So when we're ruining their day, it's basically they think they're on a news show. They're not. It's got, like, celebrity hosts like Rylan, Matt and Emma Willis. So they all think it's legit, and we come in and just ruin absolutely everything to win the money, but in disguise. So
As a
I'm
bush?
walking about as a bush. There was a hay bale at some point. So itchy. So itchy. But it was genuinely
Hay gets
incredible.
everywhere.
It truly does, yeah.
You saw Dr. Scott earlier with those hay seeds.
Yeah, grass seeds,
Imagine where they're going.
OK, let's not imagine that.
It wouldn't be very good
Let's
at all,
not
would
imagine
it?
that, Deeley.
No.
You've just celebrated your anniversary as well.
We have.
As a wag.
I know, it's
Great.
a tough life.
Do you feel like you know more about football than you did when you first forayed into this world?
Yeah, I know there's, like, corners. I know that they sell Prosecco, the little bottles, at the bars in the place that they play.
The stadium?
Yes, and I know that they change nets halfway through.
Change ends?
Which, yeah,
Not
I
nets.
didn't know.
The nets stay
They
with the-
change ends because when we first started going, I thought, oh, my God, they've scored. But it was actually the other team because they just swapped round. But, yeah, I know the colour of her shirt. I've got it all down to a T.
Do you know what position she plays?
Centre attack midfield.
Centre attack midfield,
Midfield.
defender goalkeeper.
Defender goalkeeper. Yeah, all of the above. Yeah.
Because I saw an interview you did with Rylan, and he's like, you know, being a wag, and you're like, what is it? You didn't really...
I didn't know what that meant. Like, was it wives and girlfriends or
Yeah.
something? Yeah, I'm both. Love that. Yeah, that is me.
Are you secretly getting married, though? Is that because there's lots of rumours about that?
Yeah, everyone keeps being like, she secretly eloped. We didn't do that. I need to wait for a little bit more money before we do that. But no, yeah, there was loads of articles when I came out the jungle, like, Grace is married, and I thought, am I?
Yeah.
Didn't know what happened, but
What did you sign up to in the jungle?
No, I know. I thought, what did I say?
Well, it's lovely to have you on the show. Thank you so much for coming on and having a chat to us.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck with the tour. I think it's going to be great fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun, Grace.
GK Barry's Saving Grace Jungle Fever Tour starts in September 2025.
Any bush? Oh, so good. We're joined by breakout star Damson Idris, who plays Brad Pitt's rival teammate Joshua Pearce, a hotshot rookie who's got everything to prove. Lovely to have you in the studio, Damson.
Bless you, my darling.
Nice to see you.
So, literally, honestly, I sat and watched this with my 20-year-old son, just gripped by the whole experience. It's such an assault on the senses, this film. It's incredible. You spent the last 2 years, essentially, travelling around the Formula One circuit, making one of the Hollywood's biggest blockbusters. I mean, where did life go so wrong, quite frankly? It must have been the most remarkable experience.
It was amazing. We went from every single Grand Prix. The movie follows the last 9 races of the Grand Prix. So we start in Silverstone, which was great. And that was actually one of my favourite moments, because me and Brad, we stood next to all the drivers, sung the national anthem, and, you know, the fireworks were going over.
You got the red arrows fly across the top of you at that point.
Amazing. Yeah, I couldn't believe I was there. And we trained in the cars for about 4 to 5 months before filming, but we are driving those cars for real.
Wow. What's that like, though? Like 180 miles per hour round the track, you're lying down.
Yeah. And you've got to act, and you've got to try and look cute.
I mean, honestly, I'm not sure that the scary bits would be hard to act, though, because that is some experience.
Yeah, that's really me trying not to die.
But usually in these things, up till now, I guess, we've never expected the stars to be put into these racing cars because there's so much that can go wrong. So what did you say when they said, right, actually what we're going to do, you're going to have to get your racing licence and you're going to start racing these cars?
I closed my eyes when I signed the papers. But the funny thing, we had this motto on set. It was, we need to make sure we don't kill Brad Pitt.
Don't kill Brad!
Yeah, it's like, forget about Damson, but Brad.
Oh, my Lord.
But we had so much fun.
But is it true that you actually kind of manifested working with Brad Pitt because you were actually working in a cinema at the time?
Yeah. So it was actually a musical theatre, a Lyceum Theatre in London. Lion King was on. I'm not sure if it's still on there.
OK, yeah, the theatre show.
Yes.
OK.
But I used to sell, you know, popcorn. I was an usher, essentially. And then Brad came in one day and he's watching a show. I was working at the back. I rush out to try and meet him. Couldn't meet him. I catch beautiful blonde hair and blue jeans walking out the door. And I said to myself, one day I'm going to work with him.
Oh, and you did?
I did.
And then there was that great big scene where he faints as well.
Yeah.
And your mum, Philippa, actually got really upset about it, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. My mum obviously didn't care about me when that happened. So the press kind of picked up that Brad had fainted at Vegas. It was one of the scenes that we shot.
Yeah.
First person that calls me, how is Brad Pitt? Is he okay?
Well, the lovely thing about JP's mum in the film as well, she's very taken with Brad Pitt too, right? I mean,
the most annoying thing in the world. Sarah Niles, beautiful, beautiful actress. We all know her from Ted Lasso.
Yes, of course.
But she was so sensational in this movie. She's so fierce. And, yeah, she couldn't stop giving Brad compliments. So I was getting, like, teed off in real life as well.
Aw, because you're really a bit of a mama's boy too, aren't you?
I am.
Because you're going to the premiere tonight. I saw an interview with you and you said you're not going to watch the film. No. You're just going to sit there and watch your mum watching you.
Yeah. But she's probably going to be watching Brad Pitt.
She's got to get her priorities straight.
She's like, movie, Brad, movie.
But it's one of those things, though, isn't it, I think, Damson, because the scale of this is what is so... part of the thing that makes it so impressive. You were genuinely there at these race weekends, so you've got to film, and we all know what it's like to try and film stuff when you've got one take to do it, but it's just us. You had one chance to film some of these things before the race was taking place. That's hardcore pressure. Did anything go wrong?
I mean, so much went wrong. Yeah, like, especially if you don't use the bathroom before you start filming. Wow. But if you mess up, you know, you're holding up hundreds of thousands of people, a live race is happening. And one time at Budapest, I had to spin out.
You span?
Yeah.
Were you frightened?
Oh, of course. Yeah, the crowd's like, ah!
But also the wall's coming closer as well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that can be...
Pathetically wheeling me back to the box. You know, the paparazzi's catching me. We knew he couldn't drive. And then Brad's driving by fast, waving. Like, it was surreal.
Wow. And did Lewis Hamilton help you out too?
Bless Lewis. He's a producer on the movie.
Right.
But, I mean, there's no other way to capture the authenticity of this film.
Right.
And who better to give you access to the world of Formula One than the greatest driver of all time, in my opinion.
So did he give you advice? What did he say to you?
He was so encouraging. Most of the time, he was like, Damson, stop driving so slow.
The brilliant thing is you can imagine insurance people sort of going, please, Lewis, stop encouraging them to drive faster. They're going 180 miles an hour.
Exactly.
That's madness.
He was great. Lewis was great.
I have to talk to you as well about Snowfall, because I'm late to the party. I'm so late to the party.
What
but
season are you on?
I'm on the first season. So, I've just started.
Yeah.
Wow. That is some fine acting and accent work as well.
Yeah. It's funny, because it's the first time in ages that I get to be a Brit in F1.
Yeah.
And so I'm expecting a bunch of people to be like, that Damson Idris has got a good British accent. Yeah. That's what they did with Black Mirror.
It's an amazing thing, though, isn't it? Because my son, Jack, who got me onto Snowfall, was like, Dad, you've got to watch this. He was bowled over when he found out that you're from Peckham, that you were actually a Londoner.
Yeah.
He was convinced you were American.
Yeah, it's so cool. And to be from there, South East London, and to now be working with the likes of Joe Kosinski and Jerry Bruckheimer, Brad Pitt, Javier Bardem. I'm so blessed.
And what do your mates from back home in Peckham, what do they make of what's going on?
They're all coming to the premiere. It's their premiere.
They're saying, hook me up.
Yeah, they're going to be on the carpet like, I've arrived.
Which, by the way, is kind of what you did at the Met Gala. You were a bit kind of talking about taking it over, taking the floor.
It was a brilliant experience. You know, I drove up to the Met in an F1
you are,
car.
love, yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. I can't believe that. And walked, and it went great until they rushed me off the carpet because Stevie Wonder was coming. And then in there, they're like, Diana Ross hates you. You've been holding up traffic. So I owed Diana Ross a bunch of gifts, yeah.
Were you not nervous doing that, though? Because I've been there before, and even walking up the stairs is nerve-wracking enough in a pair of heels, let alone driving up in a fast car and then having them rip your clothes off.
I channeled my inner Rihanna. And I took my helmet off and I just stroked the back of my head.
It was just ready to go. There was a little bit of inner Magic Mike just here as well, by the way. I mean, how much rehearsal was there?
A lot of rehearsal, yeah. And it was going wrong in rehearsal, too. It was getting caught on the gloves and on the brooch, but thank God it worked out on the day. Yeah.
Oh, my God. You were recently on an American TV show as well, talking about Black Panther.
Ooh.
And it was kind of a yes-no. You did a very big tease as to whether you were going to be in Black Panther.
And I'm here to do it again.
Yes, no. That would be pretty awesome, though, right?
Hey, whoever plays that part, I'm going to be in a cinema with all of us supporting them.
Yeah. So what are you wearing this evening for the premiere? And what's your mum, more importantly, what's Philippa wearing? What's your mum wearing? Have you spoilt her? Have you given her a new outfit?
I have spoilt her. She's wearing... I'm wearing Tommy Hilfiger. I don't know what she's wearing, actually. It's a surprise. It's her premiere, really. So I'm just going to be showing up for her. But I'm wearing Tommy Hilfiger head to toe and my new jewellery brand, Didris.
Oh,
yes, which you've designed as well.
Because your mum used to design jewellery as well, didn't she? Or does she still?
So she bought gold in Nigeria and she'd bring it to England.
Right.
And she'd sell the gold, go back home, and with that profit, and then brought all of us to London where she had me, the baby. So this is really just a homage to her, really. And the company's like at a deficit because she keeps stealing the jewellery.
Listen, you've got to give it to her. She's your mama. You've got to give it to her.
So one of the things I love, what you can see in this relationship between you and Brad, your characters are great. I understand you've been testing in on some of his slang, his London slang. We've got a little VT of you, a little film of you to see how Brad's rhyming slang goes. Let's see how he gets on.
British slang?
All right, British slang.
Really? Mm-hmm. Little tutorial in British slang.
But I've been dropping so much slang around you, so I thought you were going to get this easy. First one, mugging. What do you think that means?
Mugging someone up, like you're taking the someone?
Yeah, that's pretty good, yeah. Okay. Someone taking you for a fool, yeah. Fuming.
Angry.
Wow, this guy's British.
I'm the hick version. The redneck version.
Pang.
What?
Pang.
Don't know pang. I got a pang in my...
No.
Oh.
Have you been showing him around town? Have you been showing him a good time?
I need to. I think today I'm going to give him a bit of Nando's because I don't think he's had Nando's.
What?
Nah, I need to show him.
So Nando's in the West End are going to get visited by the stars of F1 the movie.
Could you put that on your Insta? Because I'm watching it for sure.
How hot is your Nando's? What's your sauce? We've got hot chicken coming up in a minute.
Oh, I heard something about chili earlier. I'm a Peri Tamer guy, so I'm boring.
No, now that's come as a surprise.
And it never passed the
there was a
medium.
big sigh of disappointment in our ear when he said that.
What are you, extra hot?
Hey, well, no one go extra hot. I'll go hot. I'll go hot.
Wow!
Yeah, come on.
So you're actually Nigerian?
Oh my goodness, so much testosterone going on around here.
About hot sauce as well,
about
it's so
hot
sad.
sauce. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's been a joy, Dan.
Enjoy the movie and tell your mum we said hello.
Yeah.
You
Thank
did a great
you so much.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely
Lovely to see you.
great
Have an
job.
amazing time tonight.
Yeah,
and come
enjoy
back and
it
see us
for me.
again soon.
Definitely.
Black Panther 3 will be ready.
Oh my
Yes, no.
gosh.
And you can see F1 the movie in cinemas from Wednesday. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
It has been on our screens for over 2 decades and Strictly is gearing up for another series. One contestant throughout has been a constant. He's not a contestant. He's a judge. He's a judge. He was a dancer. He was a professional. He was a judge. Anton de Beek. He's the man. I mean,
I wish I was a contestant. I'd have won the thing.
You've been a constant, though.
I would have won the thing. At last, I won. How did you win? I danced.
Well, it's a man of many talents because we're kicking off with this Operation Tango.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, mate.
And that's why you're here today. It's not about... I mean...
Well, I've come to see you two. I love you two.
I know you
It's
do.
nice that I happened to bring a book along.
It's absolutely... Tell us a little bit about it.
It's the second of the series.
It's the second in the series. They are standalones, as you know, but it's a story about the twins, Harry and Rosie. They are obviously based on my children, George and Henrietta, twins. And I wanted to write a story for them, really, for my children. Something that they could, you know, sort of really invest in, but felt it was about them. But I've said it in this, during the Second World War, because the thought of... I love when I was young, I loved adventure stories. I wasn't much...
Famous Five?
Yes, I was all about Enid Blyton. I wasn't so much a fantasy guy or a sci-fi guy. It was adventure stories, and I loved that. And this is a story of adventure and intrigue and code breaking and them being evacuated. They were evacuated from London. They lived in London. They live in London, the children, in a Mayfair tea room with their parents. Father's gone off to war. They've been evacuated up to the northwest. I always have to go northwest, just below Blackpool.
Just outside the ballroom, where a certain ballroom might be.
Yeah, where a certain ballroom might just be. But a place called Cotterell Cove, and they've been evacuated up there to go and stay with their Uncle Rupert. And then the adventures sort of
I love that you've done it in this time, because that means there's no mobile phones.
No mobile phones,
There's
no
room to
technology.
play. It's going to be a lovely book.
But you love your period, don't you? Because
I do.
your other series of books is set in the 30s.
It is. It started in the 30s. We're now into the Second World War there. And I find it a fascinating period of time, just for the speed of how everything evolved. I mean, you know, I know you're interested in this.
Yeah.
You started the sort of Second World War period, and we were just coming out of biplanes. And then by the end of the war, which is, 5 years, not a huge amount of time in the context of history, we're into jet planes. I mean, extraordinary advances.
Yeah.
But I like the sort of espionage of the whole thing, the stuff that was going on. So the children, they stumble onto an adventure. And it was all motivated by, I was sitting on a train, literally sitting on a train, and I looked out onto a platform, and I saw a couple sort of having what seemed like a disagreement. Gentleman there doing this, probably lost the passport, suitcases, and the wife going, "I told you." So in my head, one of them was a spy and one of them was something. And then suddenly that was the sort of kernel for the story that the children are on a train.
And they were like, why is Anton de Beek looking at us?
Staring at us? Why is he staring at us making
staring
notes?
at us.
So, obviously, the two critics that live in your own house, Henrietta and George, what do they think of it?
Well, they absolutely love it. And I
Thank
didn't...
God, right?
Yeah,
if your
thank
children
God.
don't like it, you're in trouble.
She was... Henrietta put it down last night, just finished it. And every time you looked at her, her nose was in the book, and George had just picked it up. He had something else to do. He picked this up now, and he's away. And they both love it.
What a compliment.
And that's it, really. And I didn't make them read it. I wanted them to choose to read it. And I didn't say, keep going, keep going. and they loved it.
So what, did you
that's
just put it on the side, like, subtly there? Like...
I said, this hungry, but you could have this, perhaps, for dessert.
It's also a nice way to get kids interested in history, I think, as well. When you set something in any other time, it just piques their interest, and they find out more about that time in the world, which I think is always a good thing.
And if you can put it into an adventure story as well. I mean, our children they did last year at school. They were doing Egypt, and they loved that. And they're doing Greek history now at school. You know, and they'll work their way through the decades, I suppose. And they're finding that fascinating as well. Yeah. So it's just being able to sort of weave it through a great story.
Brilliant. Known as a best-selling author now, how does that feel, Anton?
I have to tell you, that is everything, really. It means the world. And so I'm thank you to everybody who's bought the books and enjoys the books, because I love them. I love the stories, whether it's the children's books or the adult fiction. Sounds like erotic fiction when I say like that, doesn't it?
Is there another one coming out, Monte Carlo by Moonlight?
That's out now.
Monte Carlo by Moonlight, that sounds pretty erotic.
Yeah, that's just come out now.
You got up your sleeve. What are you playing at?
Yeah, you are smashing it as an author, though, aren't you?
Thank you very much. And I love it. I was inspired by an old teacher of mine, really, from when I was my children's age. And I still remember, 50 years later, I still remember her now. And she used to have this wonderful ability to sit us all down, the children down, and say, let's have a story. And she would just tell a story. Wouldn't read it, tell a story.
From her head?
From her head, she'd just make this up. And you'd be sat there completely in. And then she'd go, 2 weeks later, she'd come back. Should we carry on with the story? We'd go, oh, yeah, not mine. And we'd sit there and she'd just carry it on.
Isn't it funny?
She's
that age,
what an
still
ability.
Remember. Having a great teacher is so important.
Yeah, the only one I really remember.
Yeah, it only takes one now.
Only takes one.
Only takes one.
The rest of your
and
life.
look what, it's changed your life completely.
I love stories, you see.
Do you have a good dance teacher when you were a kid? Like, was there a dance teacher that you loved?
There was a man called John Delroy who changed my life.
I mean, if he wasn't a dance teacher with a name like John Delroy...
Great name.
I mean, if he wasn't showbiz, I don't know what
exactly.
But he basically changed my life.
What
How did
he
he change your life?
Well, I'd already started dancing, and I came to him a bit later. And I was sort of going along, doing what I was doing. I was not reasonably successful. I was doing all right, but not great. And I was sort of trudging along. And I went to have lessons with him. And he went, what are you doing? Why don't you... And literally, I went from this path to this path. And I basically owe everything to him as a dancer and as a performer. He was everything.
Isn't that marvellous?
He was the man.
Mentors,
he was the man who changed my life.
That's unbelievable.
Because
you almost gave up once, didn't you? There was a period where you...
Yeah,
I can't believe that's true.
Well, we were competing, and we were doing the French Open. At the time, we did the French Open Championships in Paris. And I thought, I was hoping to do quite well. We hadn't been doing very well. It wasn't going very well. We weren't
because it's tennis, that's why. You were there just dancing in the middle of a tennis court.
I was there on clay.
What's he doing
Who
here?
dances on clay, for crying out loud? And we did awfully, so terribly. And I remember going back to the hotel room, and I sort of lying in the bath. But this was a short bath. It was about the after length. And I remember my legs were up against the wall like this. I was in this bath thinking, this is the end of my life. Aww. I couldn't be any more embarrassing. Look at the state of me. I'm in a bath like this. And I thought, well, what's the point? And then
I do think
internal monologue.
I do think, though, in show business, no one grafts like a dancer grafts. I mean, when we do an X Factor, the dancers on the X Factor work harder than anyone else on that show, with so little breaks, and they'd have to get in early. The turnaround between the dancing is just like so short, and they come on have to like know these numbers like off, and the only way you ever remember is if they get it wrong, right? So you're expecting them to get every single move right all the time. Unbelievably difficult work.
It is. It's an extraordinary profession, and I'm so lucky to have surrounded myself through my life with incredibly talented people. But there is nothing like a room full of dancers. When you walk into a room, and even now I just get so excited about going to rehearsals, putting on the show, but with this energy and the dancers and the physicality of the whole thing and the optimism of it all that is the most incredible room to ever be in.
And we know you're on tour with Giovanni at the moment, absolutely smashing it. But we really got you on the show to talk about Strictly. That's what we love talking about it.
Dermot should do it. Really.
We keep saying it to Dermot, but I mean, there's rumours. Do you know anything? Do you listen to the rumours or not really?
I don't listen to them. I tell you why I don't listen to them, because once upon a time, and I see a picture on your wall over there, the lovely Terry Hatcher was supposed to be doing Strictly Come, and apparently she was supposed to be dancing with me.
Really?
Yes.
And it wasn't true?
Yeah. No. No. I ended up with Anne Widdecombe, which I was delighted about, of course. She was absolutely marvellous. Made
That was
the
iconic.
finals.
That was iconic.
Iconic.
That was an iconic pairing.
Iconic. But yeah,
do you miss it at all? Do you miss the dancing on Strictly,
No.
or do you like being a judge now?
I love being a judge.
It's a great
I'll tell you the reason
progression.
why, because I hated being voted off.
Yeah.
And I used to get so upset about being voted off. The fact about being a judge is and I make the joke, I stay there till the final. At least I make the final. But I'm there as part of the show for the whole of the show. Imagine if you're doing this wonderful show and you came in for a little segment at the beginning and you were off.
Yeah.
And you had to watch it.
It used to happen.
Yes. Yes. Once upon a time, and now
Yeah.
look at you, you're judging. So it's that for me is the biggest thrill. Is I'm involved in the show from start to finish, and I love the show.
Yeah,
I've
we
loved
love
the
it.
show from day one, and I love it as much now as I've always.
You're a
done.
brilliant judge.
Thank
We think
you.
you're great.
great.
We
Thank
love you
you
on
very
it.
much.
Also, how great for Tess and Claudia to get on.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where was your knighthood?
Do you know? I think next year. I think they were going to give me the knighthood, and they went, "Oh no, it's a bit orcs. We've got the
It'll be the three
MBE for
of
the
you."
girls, and we can't." So maybe
Next
next
year.
year. So next year. Next year. So next year. I mean, you know, next year I'd make a very good.
I mean, we put it out there now.
Who,
Put it
your
out there.
Gogglebox tonight?
Gogglebox tonight.
Oh.
With Craig Revel Hall.
Oh, brilliant.
Nice.
Oh, that's going to be great.
Television.
Someone
we
let the
can't
cats
wait.
We
in.
had to. Can I say this out loud? We had to talk about Love Island for a bit.
Did you?
We watched a bit of Love Island. Can I say that?
Yeah, that's all right.
Is that a spoiler?
You
Is that a
probably
spoiler?
did. You're probably going to get in
Oh,
trouble.
probably
but
get in trouble.
Thank
So
you.
I apologise to
Thank you for the
Channel 4,
exclusive.
But we had a little bit of that and other stuff.
Whose
But,
house
yeah.
was it?
I've absolutely. Oh right, no, we went to a place. I thought.
Oh, you had a pretend one?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
yeah,
the
pretend
pretend
one.
house.
Ba-ba-da-da, ba-ba-ba-da-da, in a place that no one owns. It's friends Greg and Anton. Operation Tango.
Do the voice.
What voice?
Do that voice in this.
No, it's Anton's book, Operation Tango. Out now.
Hi everyone, just
Thanks,
wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
That's absolutely... And Phyllis joins us now. How do you feel when you see that?
Oh, well, it's been lovely to be involved with it for all these years.
Yeah.
And it seemed the right time to suddenly, you know, bring it all to a grand finale.
Yeah.
Do you get... I mean, we all are so obsessed with it.
Yes.
Globally, people are obsessed with it. You guys were in it. Do you get a little bit sort of tired of everyone going, oh, I can't believe it's all over?
Well, no, but you don't get tired. It's nice that people... It's beautiful, it's lovely that people, you know, have taken it to their hearts so much that they're going to be seemingly bereft when it's no longer. But anyway...
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the final film? It looks like they may be leaving Downton.
It could be. I mean, I'm not one to say just yet.
It's an extraordinary thing, and obviously it's Royal Ascot this week, and seeing all of the Crawleys there at the race.
Yes, notice I'm not there.
No, yes, it's funny that. Was there ever any animosity between the below the house staff and the below the stairs staff and the above?
No, that would just be silly, wouldn't
But I
it?
quite like the idea of that.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of it as well. I don't know, maybe there's legs in that.
But the character that you're playing in Murder Most Puzzling, very, very different.
Very different.
How would... should we take a look first?
Yes,
let's take a look.
What did you find, sir? It's like a crossword player.
Found in the girl's body. You do realise the only people who leave notes on corpses are serial killers?
Who consulted one of the world's leading experts on crossword puzzles. And if anyone could unpick the mind of a serial killer, it's Cora Felton.
Are you the puzzle lady?
I'm advising the police. The killer is out there right now. I'm going to look for clues.
This is breaking and entering our Cora.
3 bodies, 3 clues, no answers. I think we'll take it from here, Miss Felton. Oh, it's you.
Inspector Hooper, told you not to meddle. You're not carrying on with this, are you?
It's not over till the puzzle lady sings.
I love it. Everybody always asks, are you the puzzle lady? I think she's got the Prue Leiths about her a little bit.
There is a touch of that.
Don't you think
yes,
a little
well,
bit?
I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. But she's a really fun character to play.
Oh, terrific. I mean, and it's so beautifully written by Dominique Maloney. And it's so punchy and different, and I know it's about murder, but if you can have a comedy side to murder, then this is it.
Yeah.
And
because she's a bit naughty too, isn't she?
Oh yeah, she likes a Bloody Mary before breakfast, or just skip breakfast and have Bloody Mary, and she's fags up all the time. You know, I just think it's great fun to play a character like that, but. You know, she gets right into it. She doesn't start off, obviously, as a detective, but she gets embroiled in the local Bakerbury affairs and ends up discovering that she's actually quite good at sleuthing.
And solving the clues.
And solving the clues, because, you know, she's a crossword what's it called again?
A cryptic crossword?
No, it's a cruciverbalist.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
That's what somebody...
I stunned you with that,
yes,
didn't I?
You did, the technical
she's a hotshot cruciverbalist, and so that enables her to, you know, solve a few clues and put DCI Hooper's nose out of joint.
Love it.
Yeah.
And lovely for you, Phyllis, to be playing the lead.
Yes.
In this series as well, I'd imagine.
Well, I mean, it's onerous, I can tell you, because there was a lot to learn and a lot of, not many days off, but hey, that's what happens when you... so it was a lot to take on, but it was such beautifully written, and the character was such fun. I thought, I've just got to do this. I've just got to do it. And it was fun. It was great fun.
We've got such an obsession with crime drama as well. And
everybody loves it.
You know.
I know. Everybody can't get enough of it, and people can't get enough of making it either. So, but this has got a really lovely sort of twist to it, I think, because it's not your straightforward, grisly old crime. There's lots of great characters in it, and she comes up against some, she makes friends, she makes enemies, but, you know, they're all wonderful array of characters.
Yeah, and she's such a colourful character too. Did you show it to Kevin before you did it, your husband, Kevin? Because he was on a couple of weeks ago, wasn't he?
And he said you often share ideas or scripts before you do jobs.
Yeah, you know, I said to him, and funnily enough, he ended up being in it.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's not it.
No, that's not...
So we started the year working together last year, playing Mr. and Mrs. Austen, you know, parents of Cassandra and Jane. And then we finished the year in December playing kind of romantically linked couple in Murder Most Puzzling.
How fun.
Really?
Yes. He pitches up. Nobody asked me if he could. I mean, it's like bring your husband to work day. But no, the producer just say, do you think your Kevin might like to play this character? And I said, I don't know. You better ask him. I'm not his agent.
And I'm sure he did a great job.
He did. It was such fun working together again. Yeah,
amazing.
It was. Thank you for coming on the show this morning. Thank you.
Well, it's on Channel 5 tonight, is it not?
You can, Murder Most Puzzling is
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, Channel 5.
You're going to love it. Thank you, Phyllis. It's lovely to see you.
hello.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.
And Rosie joins us now.
Good morning.
We've seen her, haven't we?
I started watching Rosie. We're lucky enough to get advance copies of these things, and I couldn't stop. I've done all the episodes.
So good.
It's a masterpiece. I loved it.
Thank you. I mean, we started writing it in 2018, so it's a long journey, but I'm so proud of it, and I'm so excited for everyone to see it.
It's just great. Like, it's brilliantly written, brilliantly acted, brilliantly funny. And that was what you wanted, wasn't it?
Exactly. So when I put my name to something, I put my everything into it. So on the show, I wrote, I except produce, I did it with my amazing co-writer, Peter Fellows. But I'm so proud of it because it was exactly the tone, the comedy I wanted.
It's exactly. I couldn't agree more. And it's just the idea, this fabulous conceit at the heart of this, that this group of people, disabled people, all different disabilities, suddenly become this criminal gang that are selling drugs.
Yeah, and it was actually based a little bit on truth. Don't worry, I'm not a drug dealer.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have invited her yet.
So go on then. Where did it come from?
So in 2018, I got my benefits cut. And I'm in a position where I could take up a bit more work to make up for it. But it made me think about the millions of disabled people out there who aren't in that position to pick up the slack. So although we're going down the very much comedy angle, I hope when you watch it, you also consider what it's like to be disabled in this country right now, because it is not good.
And that's very often actually at the heart of great comedy, is that kind of sadness and tragedy too at the same time. Because this was originally, you did it as a 12-minute short originally, and you were kind of like, will this still be relevant now? But in actual fact, it's more relevant than ever at this precise moment.
Exactly, and yeah, we came up with it without it during a Conservative government. So when Labour came in, it won't surprise you that I'm a Labour voter. So personally, I was like,
yeah, this is great.
Bring it on. But in terms of the sitcom, I thought, oh no, that won't come out till June 25. By then we'll be living in a brilliant utopia where our Labour government will care for disabled people. Our show won't be relevant. Unfortunately, here we are, and the state of the country is very problematic for disabled people, and unfortunately, we need a show like this more than ever.
It's really interesting watching that, particularly the first episode, when you see your character having her welfare, her benefit cuts, and she gets so angry. And your character, you get so angry, but you feel that, Rosie, because you went through that. We were talking about this, the welfare reform bill that's going through. So many of our viewers getting in touch with the cuts to their PIP payments, so they're so worried about that. Do you feel let down by Labour? You're a Labour supporter?
Yeah, completely let down, and I can't believe we are in this situation. And like I said, I've been through the benefit system, and I just think it's crazy that usually it's a non-disabled person assessing you for 3-4 minutes, and their one decision affects your life. It is not fair at all.
No.
The brilliant thing about you, and particularly Pushers, and as you've always said, even in the most traumatic moments and the difficult parts, you find your comedy.
Brilliant.
It's exactly this.
Yeah.
There's a lovely moment when you're all trying to work out your code names for the gang, because you've got to be undercover.
Yeah.
What's the code name you go for?
Obviously, I go for the UK sweetheart, Judy Vinegar.
So the criminal mastermind of your gang.
I'm upset. I'm hurt. I'm hurt, Rosie. You kept me to the quick
You've got to
when
put
I
a bit
saw
of time
that.
in. You're no Judy Vinegar.
Oh.
Rosie, it's been lovely to have you in.
Yeah.
Thank you
You're
so
going on
much.
tour as well, aren't you?
I am in the autumn. I'm a very busy lady.
Yes.
But thank you for watching it. And it's been so lovely to chat to you.
We've loved it. Thank you for making it.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a
very
pleasure
much.
to watch things like
Very
that.
nice
Honestly,
to meet
it will surprise and delight, and it will make you laugh a lot. It's brilliant.
It's brilliant. And Pushers starts tonight at 10 p.m.
Oh, hello.
on Channel 4.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.
Wow, Capital Breakfast hosts Sean Welby, Jordan North and Chris Stark are here now. What a night, what a day, what a concert, what a gig.
It is, it's a full endurance. It's a long old show and it's just doesn't stop, does it? It's incredible. It's the tightest run ship you could ever imagine, that show.
So you started doing rehearsals on the Friday?
Yeah.
And then
you rehearsed?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't think it, would you? No, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, we started on Friday. I had an impacted wisdom tooth, but I'm not allowed to talk about it, and we cracked on, didn't we?
You're bringing it up now?
No.
Why weren't you allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, well, no, because they say I was mentioning it more. We had to get a dentist to come out on Friday to sort me out after the show. And then we
had
went
a swollen face.
He doesn't like to talk about it.
I don't like to mention it. And we went into it's agony. If anyone's watching this and has had an impacted wisdom tooth, they'll know.
Wisdom teeth are not.
But we rehearsed on Friday, then on Saturday, did the show on Sunday, and it was everything and more. It was just fantastic.
So
18 world-class artists, back-to-back, one after the other. There's hardly any breaks in between. One comes off, the next one goes on. It's amazing.
Best summertime ball ever.
Yeah, it's the best one we've done.
I'm saying, it was amazing.
And how was your Monday morning?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
well,
and in terms of, that was the best. Yeah. How was your Monday morning?
I was a shell of a woman, Kat. I had nothing left.
Look at you.
No,
wow.
how are they giving you this footage? I had a milkshake dribbled down me. I was in a tracksuit. I honestly did look terrible.
Because we'd had about 3.5, maybe 4 hours sleep. Sean came in to the studio in a tracksuit, which you've
I've never done. No.
since we've done before, but we were so shattered. And then I decided we'll get a Mackey's in, because we needed it for the team. It was good for morale. Then Sean just somehow...
Just covered herself in it.
she did. She disgraced herself.
This is what happens post-Carey, of course. Chris, let's talk about Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who, I mean, I've been lucky enough to interview her, and meeting her, being in her orbit, is an experience you never forget.
No, it's like you're entering her world in the best possible way. I didn't know how to greet her. This was the biggest problem I had.
Can I please tell them what happened? Just because I think... So imagine, so I've gone in and I feel like I got it straight away. I did the 2 air kisses.
Lovely.
Because I thought she won't want to make up being touched or anything. Chris comes in and panics and goes for the handshake. I thought, she's not a handshake.
I didn't know.
So when he did that threw everything, and then he just went into a bow.
And then I said him.
He sees Chris do it and panics, and he bows. And I'm looking at these two.
Yeah. See, the problem with greeting Mariah Carey is, you're right, I thought it was respectful and polite to do the hand. Realised that wasn't happening and just went full on.
And then he followed.
So then I'm next to him and I'm like...
And did that make you curtsy, then?
No, I was sat there cringing. I was thinking, what is going on? What are these two doing?
Meanwhile, Mariah will have loved it. She's like, yes, that's how everyone should
She did,
be.
actually. She loved Sean. She really took to Sean. She's a proper girl
She
Sean,
was,
wasn't she?
yeah.
I think we've got a little clip of the interviews. They did actually manage to do some talking as well as the bowing.
I love it.
Mariah, is it true you don't acknowledge the passing of time?
That is true.
What do you mean by that?
I just don't believe in it.
What, but do you mean time zones? Or...
No, just time.
Just time. Time, so no clocks?
No.
No, just not into that?
Yeah, I don't... Let it go.
Do you celebrate your birthday?
I don't have a birthday, no.
Anniversaries?
Anniversaries, yes.
OK, great, but no birthdays?
No.
But if we were to meet up later, how would we know when? It would just happen.
On Mariah's time.
Yeah, I would have somebody call you and figure it out.
That's fantastic.
That really is her saying we ain't meeting later.
Yeah. That was very clear. But I think we should make this a national day. This is my idea, I think, from this. I think what we should do is all have a day where time doesn't exist. We'll try to be like Mariah for one day and just see how it plays out.
That'd be great.
I suspect it won't play out too well.
Tell me about Benson Bean as well.
Oh, you've got a little bit of a thing about our Benson.
I do. I mean, his fan club, I've got to say, I think he's a modern-day Freddie Mercury.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's a superstar. He did the summertime ball the year before, and he was fairly new at this point.
Yes.
And I was watching because I was pregnant at the time and I was about to give birth. So I'm there watching him almost like from afar, going, oh, I didn't really know who he was. I saw him backflip on that very first ever performance and thought, this guy's got, like, star power. He's got charisma for days. And coming back this time round, he was might as well have almost been the headline act in the way that the audience reacted. Wow. I mean, people knew every lyric, they knew every song, every word. It was unreal, wasn't it?
And I fangirled him because I basically went into the barbers and said, I want my hair like his. And I showed him my hair and he just took the mick out of me, Cat.
Can we see it?
I think we've got a clip of this as well.
I have tried to copy your mullet. Yeah, that didn't go well, did it? I'm not saying that because he looks bad. I'm saying that because the back of your hair is short. So what do you think?
That's so cheeky. You know what you've got to do next time? Have a tash off with him.
That's what he said, grow a tash and just grow the mullet out.
But there's no mullet look. There's
There
not
isn't
mullet.
really.
That's not
It's a beginner's mullet, isn't it?
It's a beginner's mullet.
It is. I've got teenage boys. They will talk about it. You go short at the side, you've got to grow the back out.
I'm 35 though, but yeah,
You've got to commit. You've got to commit. Did he have a flip off with Aston Marigold though? Because I'm sure Aston was doing his flips. He was doing his backflips as well.
I love Benson Boone like you, Kat. I think it's great, but I do think the best flip of the night was from Aston Marigold.
Yeah, look at him go there.
He flicked off into the stage. It was amazing. Look at that.
Those boys. That was a lovely moment as well, right? Them coming out and performing.
Yeah.
Well, they were the surprise act, and we always have a surprise, which in this day and age, you don't get surprises. Things get leaked, don't they, all the time? Sure. They took it so seriously, those boys. They didn't leave their dressing room. They didn't mingle with anyone to really keep it a surprise.
I saw some lovely footage that Rochelle posted, Marvin's wife, of all of the kids, JLS kids, watching and singing along to their dads on the stage at the Summertime Ball. It was just gorgeous.
Yeah, but bear in mind it was Father's Day as well.
Yes,
What a special experience for them as a family.
And you had another dad there, because Will Smith came up on the stage.
Yeah.
I mean, like a moment in time to have Will Smith performing.
He brought the house down, Ben. He was so good. The whole of Wembley Stadium was rocking. And just let me tell you, backstage, he was an absolute gentleman.
Yeah,
he
was. He's a really nice chap.
He was shaking everyone's hands. He was in the canteen with all the backstage
queuing up for food, back.
Oh, yeah,
cool.
His son Jaden came up.
Yeah, he brought his son up.
Yeah.
What's he doing with Jamiroquai's hat, though? I don't understand.
Well,
it's
we
amazing.
can't wait to watch it, can we?
No. Thank you all for popping in. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you.
You can watch the Capital Summertime Ball, ITV1, 5:30 on Sunday, and of course you can watch it on ITV. Oh, hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.
The stars of the show, Sally Breton and Lee Mack, are joining us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. So,
don't look at
he's
me
just
like that.
eyeing you. Do you see him eyeballing you?
He does that, though. He does that.
Good morning, Ben.
Morning, Lee.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Most shows let you have any cushion you want, but that's fine.
No. We're specific about the cushions because the team have worked on it carefully. We have to give Sally a cushion just to support your lower back.
Yes.
Because it's quite a deep sofa.
Yeah. But they wouldn't let me have one. I had to really beg for my cushion.
No, because you need to work. You need to work on your core.
Do I?
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you. What a lovely start.
We've discussed that.
How well do you two know each other?
Too well.
How well?
We were lovers for 4 years. Yeah, it was.
That's why I'm feeling all prickly.
Is that what it was?
Well, I thought it was love.
You just didn't tell me.
You just left me one morning.
No,
this is the first time I've seen it
Yeah,
since.
make your
This
own
is very
tea.
awkward.
my first job in television was, I think, as one of your first TV shows.
My first ever television series that I'd done little bits, but my proper first sort of break, Channel 4, Gas it was called.
Yeah.
And they gave me a little 18-year-old boy called Ben, who would make the cups of tea.
You can see me just in the back of shot
There
because
he
you
is,
actually
look at
dragged me into the... That was the top
Look
of the
at
pop
him
stick.
there.
That's me just over your shoulder.
His job was to just stand still behind me for the sketch. But no, he has to mug and really steal the scene.
I think I made it, to be fair.
Oh, my good. Look how little you are.
Look how
14.
We both look very young there. don't we?
What about Lee, by the way? You've not changed.
Oh, you liar.
Oh, right. Well, he's got to have changed 20 years.
No,
No,
by
more
the
than
way...
20 years. The sitcom's been on 20 years. That was about
was
30 years
even-
ago.
Sally, you'll know what he's like. So I was his runner, so I used to have to run around and make him endless cups of tea. Literally last night, I got into my car, the phone was, I'm with you tomorrow, I'll have a cup of tea, sugar and a bit of milk.
Yeah, and I can't read out what he replied.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Should we talk about...
Series 14.
Series 14.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to put up with this regularly, Sally.
I do.
How do you do it?
With a lot of patience and deep breathing.
Genuinely, I don't think in the whole 19 years you've been doing the show you've ever made me a cup of tea.
I don't think I have. I have, actually.
Not palatable.
He's very demanding.
So what is happening this series? So the kids have gone. The kids have flown the nest.
Yeah.
What happens to you guys as a couple?
Well, we're trying to do lots of little plays this year, so lots of different things. So each one is a standalone little half-hour play.
Right.
So they all exist in real time. So if you watch it, there's no stings, you know, where you do like a time break where you show an aerial shot. There's no location this time.
Yeah.
So it's as if you were sitting in a theatre watching a 30-minute play. So it's hard to say what we're now doing because every one is different, a little standalone play.
Right. But there was one that was slightly influenced by this show, apparently.
Well, there was there's the one that's going to be on this week. This is episode number 2 that's coming out. But of course, in the modern age, they're all out on iPlayer. They've all landed or dropped. I can't remember which one it is. Dropped, not landed. Dropped. And the second episode is on normal telly on Friday, as I call it. And that's about I come home with a box. I don't know what's in it. A ticket with a skip.
Yes.
The tip, and I open it up, and inside is an adult doll, shall we say?
Oh, yes, nice. A life-size...
A recreational doll, I think they're called. Let's just call it a sex doll.
Yes.
I mean, you've had them on this show.
We have.
Yes.
On the show, but this is a robot one. And I wanted to try and explain what I wanted this thing to look like, and I found an image online of this morning with you having one of these dolls on. So that was in the script, and I kept saying, this is what we want it to look like.
Rich tapestry of life.
Absolutely.
But it's quite compelling, that episode. We've watched the episode, Sally, and the doll itself is you know, she's quite engaging. Oh, we've got a clip. Well, let's sit before we talk about this. This is the doll.
Okay.
Maybe it's just a shop dummy. Have a look.
What do you mean?
You're the expert. When you were younger, you had that Saturday job at Debenhams.
I've got more recent experience with dummies than that.
Oh! Is it human?
It can't be, can it? Look at its face.
There was a good Love Island gag there that
it's always nice when we get rid of the punchline, isn't it?
I don't quite know why they've come out so tight on that. But working, well, like, you actually had a robotic...
Yeah, and the...
Not originally.
Not originally, no.
No, we had an actress play the part, didn't we, originally, and had a mask and sort of animatronic eyes that moved. But you could see her breathing, so it looked...
Weird.
It looked weird, yeah.
Did she was trying for breathing?
Well, she was trying to...
I mean, you're joking, but yes. She said, we just said, we cannot do this because you can see your whole body going... And, of course, she needs to breathe. That poor person was in a mask, so she was breathing heavily as well.
Yeah.
So they decided to... It was a test a few weeks before, so they decided to just make a proper robot, and it was fantastic.
It really is.
I stole the head and took it home.
You pulled the head off, though. How did he manage to get it?
Well, that's why I think he only had the head left.
Oh.
And also,
Not that you wanted the whole thing.
There's something wrong about taking the whole thing home, but just taking the head with robot eyes.
Where is the head now?
It's in my office at home, but its batteries have run out.
It's used
and unfortunately,
as a threat
genuinely,
to runners.
its batteries ran at so its eyes are like that. And it's very disconcerting because it's just sat there staring at me and I'm trying to straighten the eyes up.
It's an amazing thing, though, the love there is for this series, Sally, that even 20 years, I think, is next year, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that you imagine you get stopped all the time to talk about how much people love enjoying it as family, sitting around together.
Yeah, people do love it as family. And also, it is sort of pure escapism, isn't it? You know that you're going to turn it on, you're going to laugh for half an hour and just sort of get taken out of the real world. And I think that's what people like, and that's what people have found comfort in as well, actually, over the years.
That's what we need now as well, right?
Yeah.
The other show that all the families love is Gogglebox too.
Oh, yes.
Gogglebox.
I did see you on Gogglebox.
Did you see us? Were you impressed with our performance?
1%.
I saw it. No, your performance as Gogglebox people was great. Your performance on the 1% Club was quite interesting. Well, wasn't there something where they showed a clip of what rhymes with Nest and Jam? Which football team? Was that the one? And you kept saying Nest and Jam, and you can go, well, I know West Ham. You go, yeah, wait, I'm thinking Nest, Jam, West Ham. I was like, you've just said what the answer is.
The worst thing is I'm a West Ham fan as well. It's awful.
Thank you for joining us this morning.
So lovely
Thank you
to
so
see
much.
Friday, 9 o'clock, BBC One.
Yeah.
But it's all dropped or landed on iPlayer as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, hello. Great to see you. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning. Apple TV Plus's hit show, The Buccaneers, is back for its hotly anticipated second series. To tell us all about it is one of the stars of the show, Hollywood actress Christina Hendricks. Lovely to see you.
Nice to see you.
It is just as Kat described it. It's dashing, it's bodice ripping, it's sumptuous,
sexy, juicy. Juicy.
I can't think what attracted you to this role, Christina.
Well, all of those adjectives. I mean, originally when I got the script, it's based on an Edith Wharton novel, and I thought it was going to be sort of a more traditional take on it. And when I signed up for it, I just thought, oh, what a fun character. She's quite silly, and I thought I could have a lot of fun with her. And then I was sort of packing my bags, and so that's when we have the dance number with the sort of hip-hop thing, and I was like, oh, I think I need to make a phone call, make sure I'm in the right show. And so we've done this really lovely, sexy, modern take on it, and all the actresses are fabulous.
And you've got, so essentially you've got these girls, your girls are coming from America, and they get picked up and transported in time to be debutantes in the London scene to
They've
try
come to snag a husband.
a Brit.
Yes.
An English lord.
Yes,
in
they
theory.
want titles.
They're after the title.
But your character, Patty, she's got a big secret that you start to see kind of like show itself at the beginning of season 2.
Yes, and we sort of leave season 1 with the big cliffhanger.
Yeah.
We pick up exactly where we left off.
Right.
So that cliffhanger is going to be exposed within moments. And of course, we bring in Leighton Meester, who we're going to reveal. Everyone already knows this. So we're going to reveal that she is Nan's biological mother, and she's fabulous. And we were excited to bring her in. And, you know, scandal, scandal, scandal.
I mean, what a cataclysmic climax of worlds. Like, literally, Joan meets Gossip Girl.
I thought it was quite clever.
It's really smart. No?
Yeah.
What did you think when you heard that she was coming on to the show?
I thought, what a great idea from the producers. I was like, well done, you know, because I think the audience that watches our show is very familiar with Gossip Girl. And sort of, you know, she's just an icon from that show. So to bring her into this group of young women, it's just like very, very sassy, I thought.
Yeah.
It's a fabulous recipe as well, though, isn't it? To sit down and enjoy, no matter what, you know, the drama and the intrigue and the relationships. But there's also that sense, I think, of the girls that come over from America and trying to fit in into a society that is very prim and very proper. And in America, they've been a little bit more laid back and they've been able to be themselves. And I think you've said in the past that you kind of identify a little bit with that because sort of going through your teenage years, you didn't necessarily fit into the world that was around you.
I didn't. And I have to say, you know, there's these moments of Patty in a carriage looking out the window and seeing England for the first time and this sense of wonderment in her. And I was like, that's exactly how I felt when I first came to London. It was just taking it all in and the beauty of it and the history of it. So it was very easy for me to remember that memory as I was playing Patty. So you might be watching it and thinking, oh, Christina's actually really enamored.
But even growing up, it's so funny because we've known each other for quite a while, and you always strike me as someone who's so confident and so comfortable in their own skin. It was always a joy whenever I'd see you somewhere, I'd be like, yes, this is going to be good. We're going to have some fun. But it wasn't always that way for you, actually.
No, and I'm faking it, Kat. but I was always happy to see you two. We always were drawn to each other. Yeah. But, you know, I mean, I still sort of get sort of a social anxiety when you go to these Hollywood events and you're supposed to be sort of on and you're supposed to be confident. And you know, I have to say at the end of the night, I'm a little... pooped. Yeah, a little exhausted, but hopefully I'm learning my way over the years.
There was an extraordinary event, one of your first baptisms of fire, I would say, literally, was Madonna's 40th birthday, Christina. You got invited to. Tell us about that.
Well, I wasn't really invited. My boyfriend at the time had done a play with her in London, and they had become friends, and so we went back to California, and she invited him to her 40th birthday party, and I got to go, and it was like the biggest night of my life. It still probably is the biggest night of my life to be at Madonna's home. She probably has no idea I was there. But it was incredibly exciting. She got up and gave a toast, and I was just like, you know, my hero, watching my hero. It was very, very cool.
And there was a dance floor with fish in it?
Yes.
How do you know this level of... Were you there?
Well, because it's been talked about. That was the iconic... She had a dance floor that actually had...
That had goldfish swimming around inside the dance floor. It was...
Now that's extravagant.
That's showbiz.
That, I mean, I've never seen it before or since.
Oh, wow. We've got to talk about Joan a little bit too from Mad Men, because I think, how old were you when you played her? Like in your 30s or something?
I think I got the role when I was 30. So I basically spent, you know, my entire 30s playing her.
And did she kind of reflect back into your own life a little bit?
I think I learned from her. You know, I was growing up and learning how to be a woman and sort of watching this character that really was confident, much more confident than I was in real life. And she sort of spoke her mind and was sort of a little intimidating and scary. And I thought, oh, people are not going to like this character. And people were really responding to her. And I was like, oh, I just learned that people really love when people are sort of honest and speak their mind or are true to themselves. And I think I tried to sort of take a little bit of that from her.
For
but
sure.
I wasn't...
and the style.
Oh, and the style I definitely snagged.
And the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Did you steal anything from the set? Because even the sets were beautiful on that.
You know, I'm not really a mid-century fan. I'm more likely to steal something from the Buccaneers.
Is that right?
That is my
That's your bag. That's your jam.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen your apartment. You've been doing up your place in New York.
Yeah.
haven't you?
So
And
after being on the set of Buccaneers and spending time in Scotland, I think I sort of took some of that Victoriana back home and sort of, you know, being in the woodsy, you know, sort of environment up in the Highlands and stuff like that. So I definitely took it back. In fact, we met some friends on a train in Scotland and she said, I've seen your pictures and I know what you're doing.
Stealing the ideas for the sets. It's lovely to see you, Christina. Thank you for popping
nice
in.
to be here. Nice to see you.
Lovely to see you too. Season 2 of The Buccaneers launches tomorrow on Apple TV+. It's a great watch.
Yes, and then when you watch this series, you'll know exactly what Christina's house looks like because she's stolen all the ideas, the colours on the walls, the stuff furnishing.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
And our next guest, Sir Ed Davey, the leader of the Liberal Democrats, is often spotted campaigning across the country, paddleboarding, falling in, bungee jumping, and, of course, more importantly, getting a makeover on this very show.
He looks so debonair.
Very debonair.
Very debonair.
Got the same shoes. Still got the shoes on. Still got his shoes on.
Excellent. But behind the politics is a very personal story. Ed has spent most of his life as a carer, first for his mum, then for his grandmother, and now for his 17-year-old son, John.
And he's not doing it alone, of course. His wife, Emily, who lives with multiple sclerosis, is right by his side. And as Ed releases a brand new book, this book here, Why I Care and Why Care Matters, the couple join us on the sofa. Thank you both for coming in and joining us this morning. It's lovely to meet you. We often meet your husband, but it's always nice to meet the power behind the brains, as it were. It's an extraordinary book, Ed, and a lovely sort of tribute to your relationship with your son, John. Will you tell us a little bit about John and what his journey's been like?
Yeah, he is undiagnosed. We don't know actually what's wrong with him, but it's a neurological problem. It's in his brain. So he doesn't have as much white matter as you and I. Something called the cerebellum at the back of his brain is smaller. And what that means is he finds walking really difficult and moving generally quite difficult. He finds communication and speaking very difficult.
It's affected his muscles and his balance. So we first thought it was cerebral palsy. And so it's similar. When you look at it, you think, oh, he's got cerebral palsy, but he doesn't have it.
And because it's undiagnosed, you're on this sort of journey, both with the people in the health service and other carers. And but we just accepted it, you know. He's our wonderful boy, and we've tried to make him or help him become as independent as possible, strong as possible.
Yes.
So he does tricycling and what other things?
Well, he loves riding his tricycle. He goes rock climbing, which is wonderful.
Sailing, he loves.
Sailing, yes, tying up the ropes. I don't know how much of the actual catching the wind he does, but yes, he does that. He loves swimming.
Swimming it.
Yeah,
Really, so like his dad, he's got an adventurous spirit.
Oh, he's an adrenaline junkie. He is. You know, if it's wet, the wetter the better for him, and the splashier the better.
Amazing.
I think what the book also really draws attention to is the need for carers and actually how they are the unsung heroes of our country. So often there are people who are caring for people that you don't even know, and they're actually the people who keep the country going, both emotionally and economically.
Yeah, well, in the book, there are stories of 4 other carers because I wanted to tell the stories of others because I think there's 6-7 million people, they reckon, out there looking after loved ones. Many of your viewers will be looking after relatives, and that's what it's about.
Yes, I mean, we're not different from anybody else. It's a very ordinary story in many ways of being a carer. But part of the issue about being a carer is it's physically and emotionally exhausting. So by the end of the day, you just collapse into bed. You're not going to, when people send out forms from the council asking you about you're too tired to fill in the forms. So you never hear the carer's voice because they're just simply too tired caring. And there are so many people, and often I think about older people who are looking after older spouses, and they've got their own health problems, and they've got to look after their spouse. And so we're in no way different from them. In many ways,
well, we're quite lucky.
We're a lot better.
We're lucky.
Yes, we're very fortunate.
And because I'm in politics, I want to make sure that I can be the voice of many carers out there who are exhausted and who have forgotten. And the point you make, Kat, that we actually rely on carers.
Really?
So if family carers said, well, I'm not looking after my loved one, the social care, the NHS would collapse, literally collapse.
Yeah.
So one of my views is if we can support family carers just a little bit more, that would help so many of the problems that we have.
And you are a leader of a major political party in this country. How do you do that? How do you find the resources, the infrastructure to do that? Because we can see how complicated it is for anybody that's in power to manage budgets.
You mean for the national solutions or for our own family?
Well, national solutions, I'd say first, because I understand that everybody has individual demands as well.
Exactly. I mean, nationally, we just want to keep talking about it because if you look over the years, politicians and governments have kicked the can down the road. They've not faced up to it. They've not known what the solutions are. But we've actually had 25 reviews, commissions, inquiries, reports since 1997 about what we need to do, but no one's actually done it. So, and the current government's set up another commission, but not to report for 3 years and not to implement any recommendations it may have for another 10 years. So that's just, again, delaying.
Down the road.
And so I want to, whether it's writing the book or coming on this morning or whatever it may be, try to make sure it's in the political discussion and not forgotten about, as it so often is.
I think it's so important as well to reach all the different generations as well, because your mum was very poorly. She had cancer. You were looking after her. At what age? You were a teenager, weren't you?
Yeah, well, my dad had died when I was 4.
Yeah.
Mum became terminally ill when I was about 12 and became progressively worse, and then she died when I was 15.
Yeah.
So my brothers and I, with my nan and granddad, we were the carers for my mum.
And there's a whole generation of young people as well doing this great job too.
Oh, there are, well, nearly 1 million young carers, we reckon?
Yes. Yes. They don't see themselves as carers at all.
No.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't even know the term young carer when I was a kid looking after my mum. But they miss out on education, on lots of life opportunities. And if we can support them, I think we can just be better as a country. And these 2 wonderful young carers have written in the book. And, sometimes caring can be really tough. So there's a wonderful woman called Hannah who writes about how she looked after her mum when she was just an infant, really, in primary school. And her mum was abusive to her.
Oh.
So
lonely as well.
So isolated.
Yeah.
And that's why I always think I've been lucky because, I knew my mum and dad loved me, even though they left us early. And I was in a loving family. We're a loving family with our son. But there are many people who either don't have that family support or they don't have, we're lucky financially, we know we can put food on the table. But often you find people who are caring after loved ones, they're really struggling.
Yes. Sure. Yeah.
I think you've both been very honest as well, Emily, about the future for John and how you set him up, because that would be for any parent who has a child who needs a lot of care, the sort of the fear and the worry is what happens down the line for him. And that's unfortunately, that's the reality of it, isn't it?
It is. And I suppose part of the issue about being a carer is that a lot of your time is spent on just dealing with the immediate, and you aren't great at looking to the future and just managing week by week. But you can have hopes and dreams, and you can put down all sorts of, I'm a solicitor profession, but I could have trusts and everything, all sorts of ideas like that. But really, unless we have a caring community, nothing is going to work, because you can't force people to love people. You can't force people to care. But what you can do is create a community that cares, that people actually acknowledge carers and see the importance of carers, and enable people, allow people to get on with caring. So when he's older, he's living on his own, there is that support and that acknowledgement that the people they're caring for are important and the people who are doing the caring are important. That's the only solution I can see. But
do you know, it's such a pertinent point as well, though. And as you've done, Ed, with the book, and you alongside him, and the Party Political broadcast that really cut through where we saw you with John and your family life, is doing exactly that. Thank you for popping in today and sharing your thoughts.
Incredible team.
Ed's book, Why I Care and Why Care Matters, is out now. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.
And Olivia Atwood joins us now. It's lovely to see you.
Hi, guys.
There is nothing about this show that isn't gripping and compelling. Like, you're literally sitting there watching, firstly, the people willing to talk about what they're going through. Secondly, the processes and the treatments that they have. And thirdly, the fact that they're doing it on television.
Yeah.
I find it extraordinary, Olivia.
It's, you know, and the casting team, that's down to them, because the stories and the people that we have on the show are so incredible. And like you say, it's very exposing, you know, to kind of share that story. And I always try to come with all my documentaries from a place of, like, not biased, not judgmental. I want to get the story out there, like, with journalistic rigour and, like, actually educate people, but I'm not also there to shame or condemn anyone and their choices, because at the end, it's your free will to do what you want.
One of the stories that we talk about weekly on This Morning is weight loss jabs.
Yes.
And it's one of the stories that you look at in your show as well. And it's absolutely fascinating hearing the really positive feedback we're getting, but also some of the negative side effects that come with it. And as you say, exploring it in a very non-judgmental way. But it's compelling when you're talking with your guests in your show about this, because the fact that Lottie Moss is so open about her taking weight loss jabs and what happened to her. Can you just explain a little bit about why she wanted to do it?
So Lottie's story is really interesting, and I was actually so grateful to her for telling a story so honestly that she knows it's going to face a lot of backlash. You know, her sister is Kate Moss, the supermodel. She talks about the pressure she felt growing up to be thin and the issues she's had around her weight. But she was a slim girl when she went on the jabs, and it was very much a case of a lot of people she knew were doing it. She got it through... It was a prescriber, but it was a doctor who wasn't doing his due diligence. He hadn't weighed her, he didn't do, like, the health checks, and she became very ill and found herself, like, in the emergency room, fainting. It was a real horror story, a real, like, you know, a real shock to her, you know, of how things can go wrong. With the weight loss jabs, my biggest takeaway is that in the right hands for the right people, they can be life-changing, and it literally can save someone's life. But it's all about who prescribes that jab to you. Are you a suitable candidate? Are there areas of your health able to support being on this medication? And they're not meant for, like, long-term use. They are meant to be a kickstarter to a lifestyle change and kind of to help you get the weight off, and then you come off the jabs. But, yeah, it can go one of two ways.
I think you host the show so brilliantly because, exactly like you said, you don't condemn anybody for doing anything, but you can really tell how much you care about people and the situation that they're about to put themselves in. We had a lady called Scarlett who came and sat here on the sofa. She was on her 4th BBL.
Yeah.
And on the show, you see her in Turkey, obviously. She sees the doctor 5 minutes before you go in. And then they won't let you in.
No.
All of a sudden.
Yes.
What did you feel like in that moment? Because how it comes across on the screen is you were really worried about her.
Already knowing Scarlett's medical history, we'd had a chat the day before, and I knew she hadn't met her surgeon in real life. And this is just a representation of a very common case of, like, surgery tourism that you see in Turkey and other countries. And so there was a lot, you know, there was a lot of play there. And really, I was about to be scrubbed up, and they just came in and said, you're not allowed to go in at this point. So obviously, you know, being sceptical, it just feels uneasy. It feels unsettling, and you kind of... there was a concern for this young girl. Like, I thought if that was my mum and my sister, I would be really worried.
She wouldn't have been able to have the treatment here in the UK, I don't think, would she?
she would have struggled probably to find anyone that would operate on her. And I think that's where Turkey, you know, is successful in getting so many surgeries, is because they have different regulations to us. So they will do surgeries to more extreme levels, and they'll do surgeries on people that a doctor on Harley Street would just simply say no.
Yeah. What's the toughest thing you've seen? Because when I watched it, there's a lady called Amanda who has a facelift.
Yeah.
But she's awake. They are separating her skin from her muscle on her cheek.
Yeah, facelift and...
But she's chatting to you at the same time.
So Amanda, some people might recognise her from being on The Traitors, and she's an amazing woman. And we are seeing a rise in more procedures being done under local anaesthetic. This is, like, growing in popularity. There's pros and cons for each way. But, yeah, she was really unfazed. She couldn't feel anything. She could feel, obviously, tugging, and she could hear things, but she wasn't in any pain. And for some people, it's a really good option, but she looked incredible.
When they cut to the amount of skin they're taking afterwards, it was literally like you could make a small clutch bag out of it.
It's crazy. There are some things, I think I've seen so much, and I've always had such a fascination with surgery and medical procedures that I knew going into this I was fine with blood, but there's some things that I saw a 360 tummy tuck in our Mummy Makeover episode, and I think we're just seeing... She was obviously, you know, under general anaesthetic, seeing the stomach fully exposed, all the muscles, the rib cage. And I was so close to the bed. It's incredible. It's such a privilege to have that access.
Yes. But does it put you off, though, Olivia? Because you're really honest in the documentary as well about the little bits of work that you've had done. Does watching them do these things, is it slowing down your desire to have bits and pieces done? Have you got your eye on something in the future?
I mean, it's always interesting to watch, and you can think, oh, yeah, maybe me. It's interesting as well, because things, you know, I look at and I think I would never do that now that I've watched it. But I think what it does is it kind of sobers you up a little bit in the sense that you realise what you're putting your body through. Because if you think about something like a breast augmentation, which I've had, with surgery and anaesthetic being so sophisticated now, they kind of, the cosmetic industry can minimise these procedures. They go, oh, you'll be out in a few hours and it's no big deal. But when you actually see it happening, it is a huge strain to put your body through. And I think it gives you a bit more respect for your body and what it goes through in surgery when you see it the other side. Because when you go and have a general, you don't know.
No,
to you, it's just, you wake up, got new boobs, you know, off I go. But there's a lot that goes into it, and your body's going through a lot in that process. Even being on a general anaesthetic is a risk.
I think one of the things I really like about how you've approached the series and the casting is you've got some men being very, very open about the surgeries that they are having done on their private parts. Like, in a way that sort of, for them to be open to talking about this, because men tend not to talk about any of these things anyway, but for them to be filmed doing it and to be so open about it is extraordinary. How did you feel with that particular episode?
You know, it's always a big honour when someone is, like, going to let me into their story and speak to me on that level and then let me accompany them to surgery with my cameras. I feel that, you know, it's a huge responsibility that I don't take lightly. I think the man episode is really important because predominantly we know that women have felt the pressures of looking a certain way in society and have always been the primary customers for cosmetic procedures, but there is a massive incline in men coming forward for cosmetic procedures now. However, the stigma is really there and the prejudice, and I think there's a lot of embarrassment around it. So I think that by doing an episode where we look at men having treatments, it kind of helps men feel less ashamed. And also some of these issues, I mean, one of the guys we saw, you know, these are functional issues sometimes, and they're not just cosmetic. They have a cosmetic result, but also functionality can be an aspect.
So you've had treatments yourself. You've also now seen all these different operations that you can... What would be your advice to any of our viewers that are sat there at home thinking, you know what, this specific area of my body drives me crazy. I'm gonna do it. What would be your advice?
I think, so the show being aptly named The Price of Perfection, it's you have to weigh up what is your version of perfection, and that's what we see across this series. There is no such thing as perfect. Everyone has a different view of what that is. And what price are you willing to pay? That means financially, that means emotionally, physically. I think you have to weigh that up because most surgeries, it's not a one-time thing. So you need to think of the future of that. Can you financially afford to do a revision if something goes wrong? Have you got someone that can care for you if you get ill? I know it sounds really drastic, but almost think of the worst case scenarios because hopefully everything goes routinely, you get what you want, but that's not always the way. And just do your research. Don't leave a stone unturned. And that means your surgeon, the hospital you're going to be in, people that have had the same surgery, what did they experience in post-care? Make plans because more often than not, it will be fine. But make sure you're doing it for you and not because what you think you need to do.
Can't do enough research.
Yeah.
Talking of research, we're very excited. You've got some big news about This Morning and You in the Summer.
I have some news, yes. It's very exciting. I will be joining you guys on the hosting team on the other side of the couch.
Sitting at this side. Go on, come over and sit down, see what it's like.
Just come on. This feels more surreal than anything.
There you go. So
How's that? We look amazing,
you look great from over
we do
here.
a show together now.
Yes, we should, for sure.
So you're going to be doing a couple of shows in the summer?
A couple of shows, so I'm very excited to be joining you guys. A huge honour. I've obviously grown up watching this show, and being part of the daytime team with Loose Women has been the best experience, and this just feels like a very natural progression of that.
Amazing. Can't
Great.
wait
Well,
to
look,
see
you
it.
can do the throw to break with
Go on
Kat
then.
then.
Where are we? Which camera?
Therefore.
OK,
That's a good start.
The Price of Perfection continues on Thursday at 10 p.m. on ITV2. All episodes are available now on ITVX.
Bravo! Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning. And Jamila joins us now. Good morning. Hi. I took James and Milo yesterday to go to the screening of this movie. They laughed. I cried.
Aww.
Like, you can do this. But it was such an amazing room to be in with a whole bunch of kids, just being kids and loving every minute of it. You must be so excited to be in something like this.
I am, and it's so wholesome. But I think what I love about Pixar is the fact that it is for the kids.
Yeah.
But we've snuck in important messages for the adults. And so really it's for the whole world to be able to enjoy. And I love any show. I think, you know, The Good Place, which is the show that I did when I went over to America, with Ted Danson. But that show, again, had this ability to plant subliminal messages for everyone of every age. And I think Elio does such an important job of that. And the messages throughout this film are so important and so universal and so timely.
Tell us a little bit about it, because there'll be people who have seen that and gone, oh, it looks super cute. Who is Elio? What's gone on?
Elio is a little boy who doesn't feel very welcome on Earth. He hasn't found his people yet, and so he's desperate to get into space and one day gets abducted, which would be terrifying for most kids, but not for him, because all he wants is to get off the planet. And once he's there, he has to try and convince everyone he's the leader of Earth. And it's all his trials and tribulations to prove himself. And I think the film ultimately is about loneliness, which I think is something that, for all the things we can admit to, anxiety, depression, I still think there's a sort of contagion element to loneliness, where we're worried if we tell someone we're lonely, we might become even more lonely because people will think we're some sort of a pariah. And so it breaks the stigma of admitting to the fact that you're not always around the people that are right for you. And I really relate to that, because I didn't really have proper mates until I was 19. And then when I met those, and I spent my whole teenage years thinking, I'm never going to find any friends. And school and home just feels like your whole universe. And so it's such an important reminder to kids that, I mean, you don't have to be abducted by aliens, but that you need to maybe get away from where you are when you're older, and you will find your people.
Where did you find your people in the end then, Jamila?
On the Yellow Pages.
Was it?
No, I met them in... I was a MySpace photographer among my many jobs before I became...
A MySpace
I know, it really
photographer?
ages me, doesn't it?
Goodness me.
Yeah, and so they were a band and I was their photographer.
Brilliant.
And then we became best friends, and then they've been living with me in Los Angeles in a flat share.
I love that.
A decade. Yeah, so I've never let them go. They're never getting rid of me.
Tell me a bit about Ambassador Cuesta, because she's kind of like... She's all knowledgeable. She's kind of a bit slinky. She's foxy, but she's clever and she's smart, and she develops this real relationship with the little boy, doesn't she?
I know, she does. She's sort of gently nudging and cheering him along, but she leads with such dignity and strength, and so I knew I couldn't pull that from myself. So I had to steal Julie Andrews' entire personality.
Is that what you did?
That's what I did. I channeled Julie Andrews, because she's got dignity, integrity, grace, leadership qualities.
She's practically
Do you know what I mean?
perfect in every way.
Not me. So I channeled her. I basically ripped off Julie Andrews and had such a fabulous time playing such a complex role. And I like the fact that she's a bit cheeky, and I love the fact that she's really nosy. And I would love to be able to touch your face and then read all of your thoughts. I think that's the thing that I would most like to be able to do. And so I just loved her, and I loved their relationship. And I think it definitely is something that I resonate with, which is wanting to boost others along, encourage other people to fulfil their potential.
It's, what's so lovely is watching the film and sort of really enjoying it from a parent's perspective. I can see exactly why the kids are going to love it, because you can enjoy it as well. But then equally sitting there being very proud of how far you've come as well, and this journey that you're on, Jamelia, which is just seemingly just flying, getting higher and higher. You know, from that moment you were spotted in the pub as an English teacher, obviously, a pub being the English teacher's happy place, most teachers' happy place. And I think you've been really sort of open about the fact that you've been very lucky along the way. You've got to have talent, but you've been given opportunities that you've been able to take advantage of.
Yeah, I didn't sleep with anyone. I would have slept my way down the industry.
Yeah.
I just got very lucky. I was in the right place at the right time, and I think I've also never been deterred by the fact that I am completely underqualified and underprepared for everything. I've always thought that makes it funnier. And I'm quite... I refer to myself sometimes as a failure pervert because I'm just obsessed with how wrong it could go, because it makes for so much of a funnier story for your friends. No one likes a story of success. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
in like a 60-second TikTok,
not
we
straight
can tolerate
away.
it. Yeah, we like failure.
We like it going wrong.
I run towards it because that's where the adventure, that's where the good juice is, you know, of life. And so everything I've done, I thought was going to be a colossal disaster, and really only 50% of it was.
That's not a bad success rate then.
But you you also, though, have to be quite brave to do that. So, like, when you're doing a good place and Ted's there...
I know, and he's so handsome.
He's so... And 3 men and a little baby.
I know,
and, like,
such an icon.
Wait, was it not terrifying?
It was completely terrifying. It was completely terrifying because, you know, everyone talks about imposter syndrome. What do you do when you're actually an imposter, when you've actually never acted, and now you're on a TV show and you're thinking, what is everyone in England going to think of this? Like, this is the biggest... Every step of my career, I think, right, this is the biggest blag I've ever pulled off. Like, when I was made history on, like, Radio 1, I was like, this is it. And I'm like, what's happening next? Is it Prime Minister?
What? Why not?
Could it be?
Well, why not?
We'd wear the
Can't get much
T-shirts.
worse. So I have no idea what's planned. But I don't know if it's bravery as much as it is madness, because I don't really take anything very seriously, least of all myself. And so I treat all of this like it's a wedding that I've crashed, and I should just snog who I can and steal some cake and then get out before I'm chucked out, which is inevitable.
I was talking about that the other day, the idea that not being scared to fail is such a powerful thing. Failure can scare all of us and can stop you doing things, but it seems like somehow you've tapped into the ability to say, whatever happens, I'm just going to go for it. And if it falls apart, that's not the end of the world. I'll pick myself up and I'll try something else.
I just don't think of life as a test, you know? And again, my favourite stories come from disaster. So I've started a whole podcast based on disaster. Because, again, I hate smug, perfect people. I hate them. I hate you. Wherever you are.
There is one person. He's not smug, but he's definitely perfect in my eyes, that you think the world of, which is our Will Best, our lovely Will.
Oh, my God, hi!
He happens to be coming in.
Surprise! This is my son. I birthed him.
Can you explain why
my canal.
I mean, we know what's special about Will. Can you explain why you think Will's so special?
I know, I do. Exactly. Well, that's how I know it's you, the snorting. We were asking you, Jamelia, to say what's so special about me.
Why does she? Because you've come out as that Will is like could be future Prime Minister, should be.
I've always loved Rick Edwards. I just think he's so great. I think Will is, in my opinion...
This is great.
No. And I think everyone's the best, but I think you're the most talented broadcaster in the country. And that's a crazy thing to say.
And that's on the same sofa as these two.
Broadcasters, but maybe the next generation.
Wow.
Because you guys work together.
And I said that to you privately, and he's like tried to bat it off every time.
How old were you, Jamelia, when you worked with Will? How long ago was this?
I was 23, 24.
Yeah.
How old are you?
42 back then.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now in his early 80s.
Yeah. Plug it away.
But the only person who's ever made me cry with laughter on telly, like, we had to be separated because we were a complete loose cannon on telly.
I was just listening to what you were saying there about kind of embracing the potential for chaos.
Yeah.
And that can be a recipe for disaster, as we proved on many occasions back in the day.
I used to fall off the stool laughing because he was so inappropriate.
I can't remember anything that I said that was that. It's been downhill from there for me. But onwards and upwards for you. It's amazing.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine.
Yeah, just about.
Now, everyone's going to think we're sleeping together.
I know, we're sitting very close. That was me. I need to back away.
We're spooning.
This is the first time we've done this morning as well, Deeley, and you're already spooning with one of our hosts.
You're very comfortable.
I know. I had a little nap.
How do we look on here?
Didn't I?
Yeah.
Jet lagged.
Watch out, you two. Yeah, good. I'm good, mate. We should probably have that kind of catch-up chat.
Yeah. Sorry. Back to the show. Back to the show.
Yeah.
But I love you.
Oh, mate, well, it's great to see you.
I'm happy that everything's going
They said I was
really
going to come and surprise you, and I thought this is going to be the most underwhelming surprise anyone has ever had.
No, it's really made me happy. It's like really
Oh, it's great to see you, mate. And congrats on the film.
Yeah, the film makes us happy, Jamila. Thank you for coming in and talking a little bit about it.
Brilliant.
Fabulous.
Thanks, guys. And you can catch Elio in cinemas.
Oh, hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.